talking. We are currently recording uh, in Senko, 16th Street. You know, others left Liberia since the war. They haven't returned and they don't want to return because they are hearing a lot of bad things about Liberia. But I want to tell you today, Liberia is becoming a very great nation. You see, others from other countries all over the world coming to Liberia to carry on development. So, I don't need to tell you that something is going on great, but you can witness it for yourself. So, those that are outside Liberia, Liberians, somehow you are discouraged to come to Liberia to carry your own development. We want to encourage you to come to Liberia. Others are doing well. Uh, Come to your own country and be your country. Don't be afraid. Liberia is one of the most peaceful countries now in the world, and they are well. They We are developmentally oriented these days. We believe in development. People are hardworking, are doing mighty things. Uh, you know, the country was not like this. You see what is going on over there? Uh, People are just building and building. So, see the street, how the street is peaceful and clean. Uh, if you are in America, you are in Europe, you any part of the world you are, it's good to come to your country to build. So, other people will tell you that Liberia is not moving, but I can assure you that Liberia is one of the most peaceful countries now. So don't be discouraged to come to your country to build. So pretty soon, see over there, I said people are just building. Development is going on. People just believe in building and building. You see how beautiful Liberia is? People say, oh, Liberia is the most dirty country. That is lie. I witness for yourself. This country is a dirty country. Oh my God. People should not be there spoiling Liberia name. We are developmentally oriented. So you see, building over there, I say we are moving gradually. Gradually. Yesterday and today are not the same in Liberia. People today, educationally, uh, everything that you think about, when you talk about peace, you check it out. Development, you check it out. So we are just moving and moving and moving and moving. So just want to show you that those that discouraged to come home, do not be discouraged. Your country is very much peaceful and very much peaceful country. Uh, to tell you that if you are discouraged to come and do your own development, come home. Come home. You are welcome. You are totally welcome to carry your own development. See the street, how beautiful the place is, how peaceful the country is. Because pretty soon it'll be very difficult to get a visa to come to Liberia. Again, I'm not lying to you. Because our president right now, they are putting things together. Citizens are working together unanimously to make a country a better place. See how peaceful the country is. That the other people say, "Oh, Liberia is not moving before. Liberia is not moving before." No, don't be saying that. We are moving gradually, and we are doing greater things. See the building over there? There are a lot of building over there. So we just show some places to you in Liberia so that you can't be discouraged. Others are outside there, they don't want to come, they want to continue keeping their money. Oh, Liberia is like this. I don't want to come to Liberia. Liberia is a stupid country. That is a big lie. It's a very big lie that Liberia is very much peaceful today and very much calm today. Other people are making their way to come to Liberia from other countries. Americans are coming here, you know, Norwegians, Germany, all those people, India, China, oh, all those people are here to make business. So what about you? Will you be sitting down? The people come and take over your country, and then you say your country is not good? My God, come home and do your own development. Come home and do your own development. Liberia was not like that before. Even though that the war was fought for 14 good years, but today we are moving gradually. When it comes to electricity, we are good. Come to development, we are good. So just want to show you some places that so that we can be discouraged about Liberia. So here is Liberia. So those that are out there lying to you, Liberia is like this, Liberia is dairy, Liberia is this, that. Let me tell you something. The Liberians are the most educated people in the world. Very much educated. Let me tell you that. If you don't believe it, you can just Google it. We are highly educated. We are good at history making. We produce the first female president in the world. We produce the world best in Liberia. When you talk about the world best, came from Liberia. Okay. And then the first independent state in Africa is Liberia. So Liberia is just good at making history. Yeah, very good at making history. So we don't want to take all your times. We just want to tell you that come home and be your own place.
Thank you for that. Hey everyone, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the Nightly Exchange. Thank you for being with us tonight. We appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much for the wait, for being patient as well. And another night, another day. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. It's good evening on my side. So good morning to those of you, you who are in Tuesday morning now. Liberia will be one of that. And maybe Australia and other places too. Um, welcome. Liberia Watch News. You can find us on YouTube and Facebook on Liberia Watch News. This is the Nightly Exchange. Thank you for coming tonight. This is where we come and talk about Liberia, the good, bad, and uglies of our country. With everyone, welcoming everyone from every side of the aisle, political, religion, whatever. This is where we come and talk about Liberia. Have our say, you know, give our own advice and analysis to our leaders to do the right thing for our country, which is long overdue. And we welcome all of you. If you can be here to join us, comment, share the show, comment, subscribe. It's free, y'all. Support something good. We don't have to be here to be doing my cause before you support us. Let's break that generational curse that Liberians don't support. This is for all of our country. So let's make this community grow, right? We cannot do it on our own. Let's make it grow. Comment in the comment section, whatever, do that. And, engage with us. Let's not make it boring. If we put the numbers up, you can have the time to call in and make your point. And we appreciate you for that. And right now, I'm going to bring the guys on. I know for here on this platform, you'll be screen to see Mr. Jabate, but you know him. For he one of the crew from Spoon. Like we said, this is the whole crew right here, the late night crew from Spoon. But few people haven't appeared on this new platform, so he's no stranger. Good evening, brother Francis.
Yeah, evening. Good evening, sis. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good evening, good morning to our folks in Liberia. Good to be here. And you were talking about the platform, and like Amy said, there's a new platform. We're trying to build it and reach a lot of people. So another way we can do that is by liking. Also, go on YouTube. Just click the thumbs up button the same way on Facebook. After you share the show, like the show, and post comment, because the algorithm on Facebook and YouTube, that the more people that like the video, it get pushed up so other people can view it too. That's how you get more viewership and more followers to watch the show. This platform is not about, it's not like the other platform that people gossiping and talking about other stuff. This will actually give our opinions, especially about what's going on in our country, Liberia. Every day there's something good or there's something bad going on. And thank God for social media. We can all be a part of the development of our country, the progress of our country. So please help by liking and sharing the post on Facebook and YouTube. It helps to put the platform in front of a lot of people. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome, Mr. Tatus from all the way Liberia. Tatus is doing a great sacrifice. He stayed up. We stayed up and wait for us to come on. Thank you so much for being here, Tatus. You want to first up before you say hi to me, welcome Enoch and Mount Wille. For those who are commenting, those are the one I can see and say welcome. For those who we cannot see, still welcome. We appreciate you too. Go ahead, Tatus.
Good morning from my end, and good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone. Welcome on the show.
Today we seen some things going on in our country. Yeah, in this platform too, like Prince was saying, we talk about a lot of things and not just politics. It's just that most of the time politics, because that's what we have going on right now. But it's actually we're working on getting on the radio before we start to talk about things that are really going on affecting all of us here and people in the country too. Like, the land issue and other issue. We want to be talking about that too. Not always politics. We are not politicians, even though we have some politicians in our mix, but all of us are not. So we are interested in talking about some things that affect people in the country. Well, everything affects them, but all of us sometimes too, like the land disputes and all of that stuff, healthcare and something which I think we'll be touching on the healthcare tonight too, a little bit. But our beloved JFK, we'll be touching on that a little bit tonight and stuff like that. So we really encourage you to help us grow this place and independent. Like I said, you want a link, let me know. I told you that I was going to be dropping the link in the comment section. So in case you want to come on, be our guest, show up and let your voice be heard. With that, friends, we had some news in the country today about what was it, today or yesterday? Or list pricing going on from the hospital, and we hearing that some of the things that we were facing under the past administration, some of it is still continuing. or not just the past administration, I guess from, I don't know, since after the war. And we still hear my son today, and we'll let me see if I can find it right up to that to put this information up about it. But before then, let's talk about what's on our minds. While I try to put this thing up, let's start with you, Tatus. What's on your mind?
Okay. Thank you very much. Well, what on my mind this morning is that uh,
Uh-oh. Go
Hey,
ahead.
Nana Diva.
Like, bro, his mom. Go ahead, Princess. That's
Yeah,
why I
you
try to
know,
start with him all the time because he's in Liberia
well,
and
yeah, of course. When our brothers and sisters from Liberia join the show, we should always give them the first preference to talk about what's on their mind because of things like this. You know, I hope the brother can come back on. But, you know, what's on my mind, like you said, is always Liberia, you know, with everything going on in the country. For those of us who, some way, some form campaign for this administration to come into power and for the real administration to be removed, I mean, we are seeing, yes, we are served 6 years. Former president, we are served 6 years, and now President Parker is going into his second year, and I can only hope, you know, that by 2029 things should turn around. That's my hope. But at this point in time, with everything that's going in the country, there are some good things going in the country. I know most of the time, you see, this is the problem with us in Liberia. We quick to get satisfied. In Liberia, we quick to get. Let me tell us the flow, then I will continue. Go ahead, brother.
unmute yourself. Tatus.
Tyler, you are muted. Probably frozen. He frozen.
Yeah, internet giving hard time today.
Unmute yourself. Good. You're good.
Yeah. You can go ahead. Continue for me. Tatus.
I mean,
You got love. You got love. You can make it.
I know, like what I was saying, we quit to get certified in Liberia. By the time something that was not happening before start to happen, we get complacent. We get certified. We say, "Oh, the person doing good." Yes, there are a lot of good things going in the administration, but we should demand more. We should never sit down and be satisfied because we know what can happen. We know what our country is capable of. We got people in our country that generate money for 1 month. The average Liberian cannot see that for even 2 years. The average Liberian cannot see that for 2 years. But when small things happen on the side, like they dash the Liberian people, then we won't get happy. Liberian people, don't take your foot on the gas. Continue to pressure around this administration from the CDC to the United Party. And the way in Liberian people, you swear to God that you cannot leave CDC and United Party. Right now, someone else sitting down there saying, "Oh, I can't wait 2029 to vote for CDC." Generally, when CDC are in power too, people say they can't wait to vote for United Party. And we all support the United Party coming. But for me, Francis, saying here tonight, saying, if the United Party doesn't do better than CDC, those two parties should repent before Liberia should vote for them. But our people less suffering beneath. So they will go by and vote for CDC or they will vote for United Party. They will not vote for anybody. They swear to their parent. They will not vote for any other party other than CDC and United Party. And they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. These two parties, they are a bunch of legal criminals. They are rogues. They do not respect the Liberian people. They pretend to respect y'all. But we'll talk about some of the things that are going on in the country to prove the point that they do not respect our people in Liberia. But we keep voting for the CDC and United Party. There are only two parties in the country. But I'll rest for now.
Ruben, what's on your mind?
Thank you. It's a privilege to be here again. And today I want to speak to the conscience of Liberians. And Liberians, where we are as a country, it's an uphill. We all desire the best for our country, but the best is not going to come on silver platter. It's going to require intentional, hard effort. As citizens of Liberia, we all want the best, but we have cultivated a culture of hands out to the extent everybody expect the best to come to them on silver platter. If we must build Liberia as we want it, it's a price to pay and a hefty price as such. What do I mean by this? Today I heard people complaining of the increase in the fare to commute from Monrovia to Harper, Maryland for the first time.
We'll talk about that tomorrow. The transport manager, one of the manager will be coming on tomorrow.
And Liberia, the thing we need to do is if we will have quality services, improve infrastructure, it will require money. And those services will require additional money from our pockets. Not one person going to build and develop Liberia while the other people sit and have a good time. I know how we like to jolly in our country. In the evening hour, all the hangout places are jam-packed. But yet we complain that we're suffering. We got to learn to save those monies that we spend for jolly and improve our life in situation that matters most, like healthcare, like having decent transportation that you can commute from in one day time to a long distance place. Yesterday, I received a telephone call from a relative of mine saying that they went to Vonjaman the same day and returned to Monrovia in the heat of the rainy season. That's commendable. But what I'm trying to say in short, if we will have it good, if we will improve our country, all of us, one way or the other, will have to pay the price. And we got to buckle up for that. We can't complain and wait. They call it monkey work, baboon draw. It's never going to work. That's not how we're going to build our country. It's a responsibility of every Liberian citizen to contribute to our development. And we got to be intentional. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruben. So, yeah, we're going to start with this, right? With the fees at the referral hospital. That is. I don't know if anybody can see that. My eyes is. Let me see. I think this was yesterday. Today. So this we saw this right up on Facebook yesterday. Forgive me. I don't want to wear glasses, but I keep screening my eyes. These things are so little. Is a subject updated price list for cesarean session at maternity. Is it dear all? Please be informed that effective August 1st, 2025, the new prices structure for cesarean are as stated below. Number one, say admission fees is $25 from 1 to 5 days. Number two says cesarean session is $90. And it's the intra up meds and medical supplies, $65. Routine labs, $20. All other services will be billed as ordered. All patient must make a deposit of the highlighted bill prior to surgery. Going to ensure that there are receipts in the chart before taking the patient in. So that's something. So guys, this is where we are, and this I think has become a subject on a discussion for everybody. The price. I mean, some people are intentionally talking about it. Some people are playing politics and everything. So Where do you? That is not bad. So, yeah, I know this is where you came from, Francis. So, with those prices at the GFK, what is your thought on that? And I'll look for the statement I came from the manager to put it up as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, Amy. Yeah, we saw
Joshua,
that, and for us that were blessed and fortunate to leave Liberia and living outside in the West,
mm-hmm.
that $200 whatever means nothing for us. I'm not saying we're rich over here, just picking the money out of the tree, but when we go to work,
Mm-hmm.
1 second doesn't pass on payday, especially if you got direct deposit, your money in your account. Or for some direct deposit, people get that money 2 days before even that payday.
Mm-hmm.
You see, but you get your money because these companies, and it will not mess around with your paycheck, because when they get sued, you can get 10 or 20 times more than what they were supposed to pay you.
Mm-hmm.
Healthcare, yeah, we don't expect healthcare to be free in Liberia. People should pay for healthcare. But as a government, it's like a parent telling the child, I want you to score a good grade in school, but you didn't pay the child's school fee. How the child will go to school? How does the child get a good grade when they can't sit in class because you're not paying a school fee? I say this to mean that the average Liberian doesn't even see $200 United States dollar or even $300 United States dollar in a whole year from January 1st to December 31st.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't even see that amount. But then you're asking them to pay it when they go to the hospital. I mean, I said the same thing, when the last administrations were looking for vote, they said, the CDC government looking for vote, they said, oh, free education. I said, oh, there's no such thing as free education.
Mm-hmm.
The government will have to pay for it because there are materials needed. The school should be renovated. The teachers should be paid. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite by saying, oh, healthcare should be free in Liberia. But on the other hand, as a government, if you're going to charge people that have no way of surviving, you are enslaving people, you are suffering people intentionally making sure your people cannot eat. That's why every government in Liberia, since the war ended, has been doing to the people, the average Liberian.
But for instance, don't the government need money to operate?
I'm glad you brought it up. The government need money to operate. The average Liberian cannot afford $200 to live on $200 a year. But government official generator get $30,000 a month. $30,000 a month. How does that make sense? You ask a very good question. Government need money to operate.
Mm-hmm.
But the people that send you there, that entrust their lives into your hands and say, go and represent us, go and lead us.
Mm-hmm.
The people are living in the slums. They are dying from preventable diseases. Some of the sickness that came in Liberia said, outside Liberia, some people don't even know they exist anymore. But every colonial or old diseases that were eradicated in other parts of the world stay in Liberia. You got people that their paychecks, I don't even go to that paycheck because what I call them legal criminals. The people that stealing the money, they just take it legally. Legally, they take it and pay it to themselves. But every Liberian can't afford it. So how does that make sense? Your generator, then you pay for SIM card, you pay for cooks for people, you pay housing allowance for these people that get paid over $6,000-7,000 United States a month. You pay the housing allowance. You gas that generator. You gas that car that you buy for them.
Mm-hmm.
But the person, you say the person that ain't got no way to get job or even money to make business, the person should pay $200 for C-session. How? They should be able to pay, but how are they going to pay? Where do they take that money from?
For instance, would you okay, so they get Remy to come in first. They hear what we're thinking about this very food go from there.
So I feel for professionals in Liberia, it's a difficult thing because, every sector had their own law guidelines, how it works. And we all demand quality. We say we've been in the country for 170 plus years, but yet we're behind every day. And so, in order to improve the conditions in Liberia, as we condemn the George Weah and criticize the George Weah regime, where pregnant women were dying in the vehicles heading to the hospitals, where drugs were not in the hospital, they were asking people to go across the road and buy them. We are a least developed country, meaning in terms of development and the quality of providing life for our citizens, we now compare to the rest of the world who are considered developing or developed. We are the bare bottom in terms of development and services and quality of living. So in order for us to change this narrative about us, it will require a shift on how we do things. We can't keep doing things the same way and expect things to improve, but with no price to pay. Because everything in life has a value. It has a cost attached to it. And healthcare has a cost attached to it. So we put demand on JFK. I know I've seen videos of people saying, oh, we carry our people to JFK, no even bed, no equipment. The lights are off. My family person died. So the administrators and the board members, because JFK runs as an autonomous hospital, they have a board. They decide what works at JFK. They decided to upgrade some services at JFK. And what we saw you put up wasn't signed. So it's not an official communication. With no signature on it, it's not a communication.
Absolutely.
You should consider it a draft, an intention, not a statement, because no authoritative affixed their signature to it. Are planning to upgrade the fees as per the upgrade services. And come to consider one thing. We all are aware there are people who can afford to get family members to Ghana, to India, to get services, and we all criticize our government. Why can't we upgrade our hospitals? What is it going to take to have our people have the basic services back home? But let's consider the market value of C-section. I had a conversation with someone yesterday who left the US and went back home and took their relative to the ELW hospital and paid close to $400 for C-section. And JFK is offering half of it. That's the market value for that operation in Liberia. And apparently, with the upgrade of JFK, the quality might be a little better than what you might get at the ELWA hospital. And why the ELWA hospital cannot give that service free? Because there's cost attached. Those who go to medical school, they take years of their time. To get medical degree, you have to pay money. Some of them travel out of the country to specialize. They come back, the equipment to run those things, they cost money. To service them, they cost money. So I agree. The situation of Liberia is such that we are impoverished. A lot of people can afford, but we can change the narrative. And what I try to encourage Liberians now is to create jobs. Look, we have fertile soil in our country. We cannot feed ourselves. Meaning, if you plant any crop, you take it to the market, people will buy it because people are hungry. There's a demand for food. The amount of food we import in our country, we're paying our money to other people in different countries. Example, we buy pepper from across the border. Oranges come from across the border. If Liberians can take their 8 hours a day and work real hard, they will earn money. But a lot of us, We know it. All the entertainment places in Liberia at nighttime go pumping. It's money now exchanging hands. We like to have a good time, but we don't want to pay for the value that we demand.
Thank
Nobody's
you.
going to give it to us free. Free lunch don't exist. Somebody pay for the lunch, even if you got it free.
Thank you,
Why
Reverend.
should you be the one receiving the lunch all the time? So what I'm trying to say, as much as we put pressure on our government to adjust and provide services for our people, cut down on the huge salaries that some people are getting and other incentives that they're getting, we should also urge the Liberian people to buckle up and work hard so we can all live the quality of life we deserve. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Terrell, I don't know if you wanted me to read this first, which I can barely see.
No, I've been following the show. I'm very, very much.
Yeah, so for that write-up that we put up, we remember just saying it wasn't signed. So I think that was making an airway on the social media. So the JFK put up this statement to say that, oh Jesus help me. Can anybody see this? It said the administrations of the John F. Kennedy Medical Center wishes to inform the general public that there has been no increase in fees for life-saving surgeries or other essential services at the hospital. Contrary to a report currently circulating in the media, the memo in question, which is being widely shared, is a proposal from service providers. It remains under review. It is not received approve. It has not received approval from the hospital's administration or board. Unfortunately, individuals with ill intent seeking to damage the reputation of the hospital have chosen to release this internal document. So just gonna start in my eyes. I'm not gonna keep screening it. But yeah, Teray, you can go ahead from there.
Yeah. So good evening to all of our listening audience here in the United States and around the world. I want to say good evening to my co-panelist Raymond. Great seeing you, brother. Francis, my man, what's happening, bro? Long time. But look, I'll just take off where Raymond left off, right? At the end of the day, Raymond said in his previous statement that this is a time that people need to make some sacrifices and across the board. And it is absolutely correct. He's spot on that. Look, let me tell you, for a country to really deliver itself and start to actually resemble a nation, everybody needs to come in. The citizens will have to take some really high, I'm not going to say suffering because that would be already harsh because people are really catching it out there. But I would rather suffer today and enjoy tomorrow than me being in perpetual suffering for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? These are some of the things that people really need to start thinking about. All right? To get a system that are being subjected to corruption, to denigration, to self-sabotage. And someone like Omer Boaka is not coming to fix it with his age. And you seeing the glimpse of hope and prosperity, coming through the tunnel. I think Liberian can trust the leadership and say, you know what, this is what I think this is what we need to do. And to be quite honest, like a couple of months ago, Nelson on the other station did a video where he went actually in. I mean, he went live in and he was cautioning some of the market women and stuff like that. And I think majority of the women that were interviewed about prices and stuff like that, they said they like it. They said they know very well some of these monies are being allocated to areas that have not gotten funding since 1847. So I think people are ready for this. And I also concur a little bit with Brother Francis. Francis, who used to a system that say everybody can come in, and even all of the public hospitals in the United States, hugely subsidized by government. Government put a lot of money in these hospitals.
That is why there's a policy in America here, no matter who you are. When you show up to a hospital, guess what? You get treated. Whether you're documented or undocumented, you get treated. Maybe that's some kind of policy in the medical field, something like that. You can't turn back on anybody on any patient. Maybe that's something like should be introduced in Liberia too, right? But you can't have the kind of, I mean, nobody, including myself, I still got some medical bill that I've been owing since 2016. When I went through my ACL injury, I mean my ACL surgery, I still paying that to the University of Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? So like we have to, if we're gonna rely on efficiency, like Raymond was talking about, if we're gonna actually call for, you know, like highly professionalized individuals to be at our hospitals, then we also have to commit to paying them the buck, right? Because going to medical school is not cheap. You know what I'm saying? So like we have to do that, and I understand Liberia is just different, and we're different because we are unique in so many ways, but that communication, why I will second with Raymond that it's not an official document, but trust me, maybe that was something that I just put in the airwave to actually test to see how people are going to react to it. You know, to see how people are going to react to it and see exactly how that's going to be. But to be quite honest, man, I know it's bad. The economy is not really working for the people right now. You know, people are not really making money. If a country where people cannot even earn $1 a day, and you have it, I get it. I mean, it's a very sensitive issue that we are discussing. But sometimes, man, I look, man, sacrifices have to be made, and sometimes they are not pretty. You know, countries that have done it, you can read the history books, man. Even the Great United States, when the Great Depression came, I mean, people have to make some considerable amount of sacrifices to really get American economy back to where it is. So the sacrifices have to be made, and I think like Liberia should really start making that. And I'll always say this to close on this, you know, Amy, I'd rather suffer today and enjoy tomorrow than me being in a perpetual suffering for the rest of my life. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. So, with that, I read a friend says that the administration of the JFK putting up, because like Therese said, that the one that we read first, I think it was just put out there to just spike, you know, the outrage that is, well, sometimes I'm gonna say unnecessary outrage, or sometimes I'm gonna say, it's a sticky situation, right? You kind of listening to the concern of some people, but it's genuine. But some people are just saying those things or throwing those things out there to just, they're looking for every corner.
Let's start a conversation.
To make noise, to start a conversation, I would make noise in the country. If the country is peaceful or whatever going on, yes, we're not saying everything is bread and butter in Liberia. Absolutely not. Liberia has lots of problems. And like we always say here and say, like Tura just said also, we can't just depend on we are poor. We don't have it. People don't have it. People raise money all the time to send families to, India, Ghana, thousands of dollars, right? And we know you have some poor innocent people that who can something, but this is where people can, the same kind gesture that we can do all the time, those things can happen. But if we keep sticking on the poor, and then we admire other countries around us, how do we think that these countries got there? By crying for that stomach every day, people don't have food on their tables. So if they're better Liberia, we want. We that want to go home, take our kids home and live in Liberia. And I don't want to go to Liberia when I'm holding stick, when I'm old. I want to go to Liberia and be, fresh and be jolly. In a good way now. Don't, you're not going here with that thing you're laughing with. But yeah, I want to go there and something. And I want to take my kids there. I want to go there with her. I don't be worried about going to Ghana or doing that right in Liberia. And in order to do that, if we keep talking about poor, because it's like doing business, like I was telling y'all in a chat. We said we want a quality a service. In order to get those quality service, it costs money. They spend the money to upgrade those systems and stuff. If we just want the quick, run or that the turnaround thing, which is very risky, and we all know what happened in our country, it's not going to be good. We have to make those sacrifices and stuff. And people making trying to spark outrage and stuff and putting stuff like this out there. But the administration has come out and said that they upgraded, which these funds were so little, I couldn't read all of it, but they upgraded the care of the hospital and everything. So, but they are thinking about increasing prices, but it has not yet been done. And somebody kind of leaked that, whatever. So looking at that, Francis, like, what do you, after reading the statement from JFK, what do you make of that?
I think, like Teresa said, let us say we want to check the pulse of the people to see how they react and stuff. But and I know that sometimes before things get better, it will get worse and stuff like that. Because if you have dug yourself in a deep hole, in order to get out of that hole, you have to stop digging and try to get yourself out of fill that hole and get out. But my question with my brother, rhetorical question with my brother Raymond and Toure and stuff is that why when we're talking about we got to tie our belt, it's only the people that are already suffering. The people wants to tell the mosquito now if they have to tie it up. It will take the mosquito. Because only the people that are suffering should tie their belt. You got Senator Melvin Snow for Bombing County. That I don't know if Bombing or Bapodo is Bombing, right?
Bombing.
Bombing. Anybody that put a microphone in front of his face, he will talk about how he's not getting paid enough. The man, his entire life, the millionaire that he is today is from government, not private sector. He has done nothing in his life outside of government. The richest that he has today is from the back of the Liberian people. But any microphone you put in front of his face, he will say he's not getting paid enough. He want more money. So why we see the country suffering? We ask the Liberian people to tie their waist. The Liberian people have been tying it forever. They can't even feel that back, tell the back of their stomach anymore. But they should tie that belt. But Evan Snow, the president of Baka, Jeremiah Kun, Yomle Kanga, Rachel Kun, even Jaga Coleman, I don't know left for that right. All the people there, why they can't tie that waist?
Don't make sure you get Bridgel.
Yeah, I know. The $16,000 bridge. But only Liberian people that don't have food to eat, they should tie their waist? How is that fair? Look at on the Spoon Talk today. Somebody being in prison, that they say on Spoon Talk, in prison in JFK for over 2 months. Allegedly for over 2 months because they had C-section and they can't pay an $800 bill. Still don't know how to raise money today. And hopefully tomorrow when they go there, they'll get evidence of that and they can pay and release that girl from prison. 19-year-old girl. The story is her baby died. The baby passed away. She didn't see the baby, according to the story, according to the report. So she didn't even get a chance to bury her baby. That trauma is there. Then you imprison her for 2 months because she can't pay. And her story is not unique. There are a lot of people over there. But Yega Koluba, that can't even say ABC good. His family is enjoying the best of healthcare in Ghana and other places. He was able to post that. He got dual citizenship. He got citizenship in Dubai. Those people, we don't ask them to tie their weights. We ask them for the better to boss. But a lot of people are suffering that need their help. I mean, that thing hit home today. My wife has C-section for our son. In the Great United States, one of the top hospitals in the whole country. She has C-section. That thing, the pain doesn't go. another woman, but the pain doesn't go away even after you have the baby and stuff like that. For some people say for years. Today, sometimes she wants to complain about the when they caught her open.
Mm-hmm.
But like a lady in the hospital over there, they will say the people might tie their waist. Why every slow there over there enjoying? Why Muhammad Ali there? All the ministers and directors and representatives, senators, they are enjoying living the best of life. That generator money can pay a lot of people hospital bill and be released from JFK prison. Just to generate money for one person or even for those people. And they get caught. They get caught. President Biden to use executive order to cut salary, to cut benefit. He can't use executive order to do that. But a lot of people should tie their waist so that they're able to pay money to JFK because JFK is making improvements.
Thank you.
Why?
Okay. Raymond?
Yeah, so let me come in and start from where my brother stopped. So, Francis, you were right in part. The issue of developing our country first, we have to tackle corruption and malpractices, bad management, bad governance, and some of the ills you're talking about. Again, I'm an advocate for professionals getting paid for what they have. So, their education, their professional career, they should earn. Other than that, there's no incentive for people to work hard or go to school so they can break through some seedings. So no matter what in society, some people will break through certain seedings because they pave the path, they work hard, they push themselves ahead. Not to condone corruption and malpractices but again, the president cannot pass an executive order because salary comes from the budget and the budget is law. If that happens, it will be a huge issue. So our advocacy should learn to catch our lawmakers that get voted by the Liberian people. So the Liberian people need to wake up, and we all got to get angry and fed up with the way we're living and the way we've done things since 1847 to now. But what I'm trying to say, both parties have to buckle up. Because come to think about it, all the people you mentioned can fly their family out of the country to go seek healthcare. So JFK not necessarily going to cater to them. So the improvement in JFK is for us, the ordinary people. And it's unfortunate that lady has been kept for the number of time. But come to think about it, if JFK start waving it, news can fly around in Liberia. Everybody that go there will not pay. And how would the hospital operate? It's going to break down. Then the people who really need the services will not be available. Then you will find people going to the private hospitals and will pay that high money at the private hospitals. Because when they go to the private hospital, think about it, everybody pay their bills.
Mm-hmm.
The private hospitals being operating in Liberia, they don't give free services. They're never being shut down because they can afford to continue. Sustainability is a serious thing. And this is the hefty price we have to pay as a people. And I want to talk to Liberians' conscience. There are a lot of Liberians, able-bodied, not spending productive 8 hours a day. Look, when you do that to yourself, you put yourself in the jail of poverty. There's soil in Liberia, you can throw anything on it, it will grow. We still eating rice from China. We're still getting oranges from Sierra Leone. We're still getting pepper from Guinea. We're still getting beans, the country beans from Guinea. The people in Guinea, they're like Liberians. Come to think about it, the construction industry where I am. You know how many persons cross the border, get job the next day in Liberia and work in the construction industry? You know how many persons?
Mm-hmm.
We got to buckle up. We got to be honest with ourselves. To solve Liberia problem is complicated. It has to do a little bit of this, that, and the other. You can't put it on one side. And when the people get to be serious, when they don't have to sell their votes because they can do something for themselves, then they will decide not to put Edwin Melvin Snow in Monserrato and in Bomi because he got the money to bribe. He got the money to sway the votes. And like you said, right, he never worked in the private sector before. All his wealth is ill-gotten wealth, corrupt wealth. And we got to frown at them. But we also got to conscientize our people. Get up, wake up. The way you're living, I have to live. Any man that can put 8 hour productive time in your life, they're wasting your life. Even if your parents giving you all the money, even if you're rich, you're not putting 8 hours of productive time to improve somebody else's life because your life is improved. You are wasting your life. Many Liberians are wasting their life. When you fly over Liberia, the whole Liberia is green. We got less than 15% of Liberia land space is utilized. The whole of Liberia green. When you fly, you will see sorts of vegetation.
Hmm.
On the small spots, you will see brown because our whole ground, no pavement. What's happening to us? We got Burkina Bees in our forest making cocoa farms.
Absolutely.
What we complaining? Because the forest is there, they can utilize it. Are we utilizing our blessings? No, we're not. What do we prefer to do? We prefer to wear the Chinese clothes, go sit down at entertainment places, and we say we're having a good time. That has to stop. Like we will not improve with that kind of habits, with that kind of lifestyle. Hard work. Anybody that send you money from America here, they work for it.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who leaving from America, going back Liberia, and they're living life right in Liberia because they learn discipline in the US and they're going back Liberia to find how to make money. I know stories of somebody who just saw fire coal and send themselves to the US. Today, that person works at LRA and he's a director. If he had not made that sacrifice on the weekends to take the bags and go in Cape Mount, give people money to bury the coal, kind of build a low makeshift structure with mat, and people were selling his coal for $5 US. Would he have gone to UL and become the man he is today? Today he can afford to fly out of the country. He lives in a decent house. He's married. He got cars parked in his house. He never had it before. When I got to know him, he used to sell in wheelbarrow in Oro Market. But he took the bold step and transformed his life by making sacrifices. This is the motivation we try to give you people. And if you can do that, and he lives right in Liberia, he hasn't left Liberia, he's living right there, but he's transformed his life right in Liberia, making sacrifices. And that's all we're asking about.
Thank you. That's right. Yeah. That's right. Liberia problem is complicated. You
Yeah.
agree?
Complicated would be an understatement. And I share the same passion and consideration like my brother, and I think we all do, like my brother Francis alluded. But just like we subscribe to a democracy, to a form of government that I believe is not best suited for my country. Now, I don't really think so. Look, the lawmakers will have to take, like the way Nigerian people say, I take God to beg you. I mean, if the citizen now rise up to say, look, we want you guys to amend the Constitution, like you guys can be getting paid the way you're getting paid. And absolutely, there is no justifiable reason whatsoever.
But to us, should these people be there? Should these people be making something that there?
I can almost guarantee you they do. They really do. And you know what, Amy? That's the same system in the US. You have to work with them so they can work with you. It's just like that, right? But the only thing in the US, government I can't get in boot car, government getting gas lit, strides cards.
They get practically everything free in Liberia.
You know what I mean? These are nonsense. The last time I was at the Wawa right here. I was literally pumping my gas right next to State Senator Anthony Williams. U.S. State Senator Anthony Williams. I was pumping my gas right next to him. Pumping gas at the Wawa. He went there and got a coffee and got in a car, he left. Right? police officer put me their own gas in the place there. They drive around and they patrol, they come and, you know, get their car and they pump their own gas and go. But like, bro, no. So there are so many things we need to fix. All right. And sometimes, let me tell you, man, I really empathize with the people. The people are really catching a lot. I get it. There's no denying that. But when you have you know what I mean, a branch of government that literally control everything they do, you know what I mean? They have their own kind of little thing going on. It is hard. I can tell the papa is frustrated. You know, he really is. You know, I can read body language. You know, that's some of the best. I mean, some of the blessing God really gave me. I can tell something that's bothering somebody, right? And that alone is bothering the old man. But the old man said, "Look, I can't do nothing about this. The citizens have to do something about it. You have to tell your lawmakers, look, I think this is a little bit." When you go over their district meeting or whatever, district visit or something like that, you all need to, it take one district to start this movement. Then every other place will go. And you can make them to do that. Because look, you got the power to do it. Don't vote for them again. You wouldn't vote for lawmakers during campaign time that will really commit. All right? You know, your vote, this is what we tell people, your vote is your power. That's what you got. And you wouldn't possess that power during election time. After election, you don't have that no more. Mm-hmm. So don't just vote for people. I mean, get their commitment. Tell them, look, are you going to commit to reducing your whatever, blah, 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 blah. Then once you get to that, then obviously you have gotten yourself a problem. But let me say this. Some of the sacrifices that we're talking about. Amy, remember 2008 during a housing crisis in this country? Mm-hmm. Some school district, literally, the federal government and the state could now fund some school district for children that are busting to school. So these are some of the sacrifices children have to make at that time. They say, parents, you have to take your kids to school or you got to walk. So even athletes, public school athletes, they were not taking bus to go to games now. Mm-hmm. Because there had to be some cuts. There had to be reallocation of funds to other places in central areas. And that is why we are lacking in Liberia. Budgets are not allocated to affect areas that people really need survival. I remember back in the days, because my memory is so great. When I was baby at the time, my mom used to take me to Phoebe, right? From Batala, I read to Phoebe. Like, Amy, I can still smell how the hospital smelled those days. I mean, the smell was so like how hospitals smell in America. You know what I'm saying? But today, I went to Catholic hospital and look, I'm not trying to buy them of anything, right? It was bad. really. And these are the private hospitals you got over there, right? So imagine now what is happening at a state-run hospital. So when we say this, people need to really, really examine their votes. These are some of the civil responsibilities that we put on our voters. Mm-hmm. You vote for what you get, right? Like America right now, we are facing that right now because people voted for who they voted for, and we know.
Hey, we don't know. Right now. We don't know. Shot fire on this sheriff.
So some of these things, I'm telling you, it's happening right here. We are, economic situation in the country right now because of the way people voted. So election have consequences, and that's what it is.
So these lawmakers made their own salary. They set their own salaries. They took all the benefits. They do it for themselves. The Constitution revising that we're always talking about. When we are revisiting this Constitution, should lawmakers be allowed to set their own salary? Have you been listening? I know your internet been something what we've been talking about with the whole, breakdown. We know that the JFK and stuff and things that happening when we also talk about, citizens sacrificing for our country to move forward. And while we also talk about that, we seeing, wasteful spending in government with these lawmakers and some ministers and stuff, gas slips, and they have everything free in the country. Even power theft, they need to be going and putting some cuffs on some of those people. They don't even want to pay for that LEC bills, nothing. They think they're the only citizen in the country when they are working in government. They're the only important people. Even bringing things into the country is free. So literally everything is free for lawmakers except for people like you, titles in the country. You have to pay for everything. And you're not, why we understand that you have to make sacrifice. Should the lawmakers should they also be making some deep sacrifices as well and letting these things go? Like we're talking about all these free things. Some people are working in the red district number 10, getting 150,000 gallons of gas or 100 of gas. Just for you to be going around the country to be hawking people. That's doing nothing else. And building some walkway and calling it what my uncle at? Bridge. Play this. Yeah. Should we in the Constitution should Liberian people stand up against lawmakers being the one to set their own salary? Should it be a different entity or from the finance ministry or whatever? Because I always said that if you're asking me, Amy, to set my own salary, of course I'm gonna get myself all the good things. Even though I have to take for me to have some kind of good heart and to know that what I'm doing is wrong before I change that. But apparently we don't see it in these people. So this is why I come in asking, should they be allowed to make to set their own salary benefits and everything? Or we should change that. We the people should demand them to change that.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There's the problem that we have. Am I okay?
Somebody in the bathroom?
Raymond, please mute.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Am I okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's the problem that we have in this country. You see, the lawmakers are not helping this country, especially when they come on the land of making money. You can tell me that one lawmaker will only go to work only 2 days in a week. How many 2 days in a week they go to work? Then they making huge of money. Secondly, they made their car, they use car for 3 years. Now, we are the poor people. We are the poor people now. When we get sick, even sometimes even when you go to JFK, sometimes they will either tell you that, oh, no pay. At the end of the day, they say, oh, you're go different era. I think it happened to me when my mother got sick in 2021. We took her to JFK. When we carried her to JFK, they said there is no pay. They said there is no pay. We got to take her from there. We get her to ERW hospital. There where she left until she passed up. So the lawmakers are actually not helping this country, especially. But when they get sick, the moment they feel small pain, you will see them they fly Ghana, Indian to go see how bad they can get qualified treatment. These are some of them. They can only go. They can only afford to get in that house, care for some immediately, and also the money they're making there. But they are not in their interest. Every leave with me, they say, oh, we the citizen will have that opportunity to say, all right, we should determine the lawmakers' salary. I think some of them would even make like something that not less than $3,000 or $4,000 a month. Because, common example, civil servant, according to this year 2025 national budget, they said no civil servant will make below $150. The least is $150. But yesterday, the $150, they paying their own way in that $150. Lawmakers are not paying their way. They making $8,000 to $15,000. They are not paying their way. They getting gas slip. They getting all immediately. They even pay their security. They pay their security. I think the security
People
they
who
are,
work in their homes. Yeah.
yeah. So, but we they say what someone like making $150, they pay in their own way. So at the end of the day, if you live like or if you live like the red light and you go to work to town in the morning time, you spend like something like 150 to go, 150 to come. And when you go to work, you have to find something to eat.
Mhm.
At the end of the month, how much would you carry home for your children?
It's sad.
Nothing.
Mhm.
Nothing. It will just be looking like you working for carpet. So if we the citizen can get that opportunity that we or the citizen we can put down this representative salary, I think it will not less than $5,000 or $4,000. Look at GFK. Despite I don't know if the administration came up with a release. I have not yet seen the release or I didn't hear anything from them. But if that be the case, you are paying $150 if they increase to $200. Why is you? They are suppressing we the poor people. They are suppressing us because if I go there today, I don't have that money. At the end of the day, and what I saw on social media, they said before they could even print the woman, when they take you there on your emergency, before they could even take you, you have to deposit.
Yeah, that one.
If you, yeah, if you don't deposit, then meaning they will not tax you. I would love our country. They love their country. No, they don't love their country. They want to go there for their personal gain.
Mhm.
Now, what we can always tell our people, if the representative can even step aside, because even sometimes when even the president send it or something or maybe bill in a horse there, at the end of the day, you will see some of them I disagree because they want something from in that bill just for it to pass. These are some of the things that we're discussing. They are not helping us. They are not helping us at all. At least if they can cut their salary, but even if you dare and say, oh, you cut your salary, you think that they will drop their salary to $3,000 or $4,000? They're riding for the set or for the $5,000 car. 3 years after 3 years they change it. After 3 years they change it. Senator, within 9 years time, you know how many times they will change car? 3 times. Lawmaker will change it or representative will change 2 times. Why
Mhm.
are we going up with a country? So sometimes I think it's better for the lawmakers then at least if they will come up with that decision, but let them try by all costs to see how best they can intervene to GFK.
So, do you
Because
think with this, because what some of them are saying is that they wonder, like, Francis mentioned Edwin Snow. He said that he wants a pay increase because the citizens are always coming to them to ask for school fee, ask for this, ask for that. So should a citizen also hearing that? Should they also like stand up and speak against that and also have some kind of accountability to that when these people come to them with giving you $25, $50 to vote for them? Like you're saying here, you name me everything that they have, right? If
yeah,
they're just giving you $25, $50 to vote for them, they're getting what, $8 or $10,000. They're getting gas slips. They're getting free free shipment into the country. You having
exactly.
to somebody bless you with $2,000 to go to China. You come by. If you even spend that $2,000, say it will even be enough for you. So giving
Mhm.
somebody $25. So this is why we have these platforms. So now they will kind of cost us. Get
Oh,
tired of
oh,
it. But
oh,
you think that the citizen now should be, have some kind of pride within myself, like, no, I'm not gonna go to any representative or citizen or senator house and go back. You stand on your feet and demand. You have that power as citizen. You have it. But these people don't. These people make you. They do what they do because they don't. You as citizens don't know the power that you have. When you go into them to beg, they make it look like you make it look like you down on everyone. You give them the job, you hire them. So do you think citizens should stand up against these things and stop letting them to degrade you like that and come in here talking about you beg them so they have to do all of this and have some kind of awakening or so?
oh yes, 100%. if we the citizen can even wake up today, tomorrow, and go petition our lawmakers, send the decider and then say, oh, when election time reach, they give you $25, they give you $50 to go vote. Yes, sometimes too, I don't blame them, because some of them, if you come to me and say, oh, I need your vote status, as you know your intent, what you intend to do, or what your plan, even if we put you there. But sometimes those guys that will just come, maybe they will just use something like 50,000, or 50,000, like, okay, they fought by all costs to get there. And whenever they get there, enough. There's no asking for increasement of the salary, because we the citizens going there to go ask them. That one for me, I'm not boasting, but not a day representative can say, oh, they got one and go back me, because I value myself. Even if I go vote, if I even voting you, I know the reason of me voting you. I know the reason, because I don't want tomorrow at the end of the day you can say, oh, but that does one there to go big. That does one there, I have to get that or something. No, I will not go to you. I will never. So if they come up with us saying, we are the citizens, we are also to have our own problem. So sometimes too, we need to change, we need to change our mindset. So we need to change it.
Thank you, doctors. I'm glad you said that, because in your community, I dare you. If you was to go say you should petition your lawmaker, you will have people fighting you, because that lawmaker can get in $25 here and there. So yes, I'm glad you said that. We the citizen, we also have problems, and we need to change our mindset. So yeah. So guys, if you don't have anything else to add to this topic, we can move on to.
Yeah, let me just say something real quick on this healthcare issue. We run around talking about we want tourism. What foreign person should come to Liberia, say they're going hiking in Nima Mountain, and they juke their foot? Then they get tetanus, what they will call their foot up, because no hospital in Liberia can even stabilize them before they travel. When people trying to go to countries, they look up all these things. They look it up. What's the security situation like in that country? What's the healthcare situation like in that country? What's the water situation like in that country? They look at all these things. I'm not talking about missionaries and Peace Corps people that know they are going for a particular reason, and they look for these war-torn countries, these problem parts of the world to intentionally go there. I'm not talking about these people. I'm talking about people that now flying to Jamaica, to Ghana, going to Nigeria, but they're not coming to Liberia. These are the same African Americans that used to go to white folks that used to go to Jamaica, but now they are flying to Ghana and Nigeria, because they know that the people's system there systems are better. So when they look at Liberia, they check out the healthcare system, or they see what we are talking about now, or some of them having to come across a clip on Spoon Talk that somebody was in prison in JFK for 2 months because they had cesarean C-section and they couldn't pay $800 bill. Or somebody went to the hospital and they couldn't receive treatment because the hospital said, oh, they have anything. Why would those people that just want to go somewhere for recreational activity, why would they want to come to Liberia and spend all that money? And Jamaica Liberia is, I don't know how many times bigger than Jamaica. We got more coastal land than Jamaica. But Jamaica bring in millions of dollars every year just because people won't go stay down on their beaches. While Liberia, we got about 6 or 7 counties that border the Atlantic Ocean. Beautiful beaches in Liberia. But nobody will go there. Nobody coming to our country, flocking to our country because none of these systems are working. I just sat here. I know we have to put our mouth on the lawmakers because it's easier to calculate that things. But if we just do $2,000 for gas slip per lawmaker every month, $206,000 go to 103 of them. I think it's like 3,000 or so, but I think the speaker, the pro tem, they get more than that. But I just say 103 times 2,000, that's 206,000 a year. 2,472,000 just to put gas in their car for him to go to their girlfriend or their boyfriend houses, or to put in cars for their children to go to school, and while the poor people children are walking in the mud and stuff like that. $2.4 million or yes per house. But the appointed officials, some of them even get more than that. Black officials, the directors, the board members, the ministers, deputy ministers, and directors and stuff, they get more than that. And imagine how many millions of dollars going to just gas for those people that are doing nothing to improve the lives of our people. Imagine if you just cut it off and put that money somewhere that benefit the people directly. What will happen? But they will never do that because they are wicked people.
Thank you, Francis. And they're not even regulating like how they should use the government or cars they use there anytime, anywhere. Go ahead, Teray.
Look, let me say this. And I think we had a conversation on our last episode that we were on here. When you look at the pay disparity, it is shameful.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, Francis, you struck a very important point. When we're talking about all this, president speaking beautiful English, that was a sensational media storm, global. I mean, international. Every major, international newspaper carry that story because Donald Trump is big like that. He makes news. He's a media darling. You know what I mean? You can hit the man, love the man, but that you can't take that away from him. Labro is now at everybody. Labro is on everybody's smartphone now. That's how important it is. So when you talk about people traveling in terms of tourism and all of that stuff, like hiking, I've just become one of the biggest hiker right now in the world. It's like it's amazing how obsessed I am right now with hiking. You talk about Nimba, I just want to be there, Nimba right now hiking in that mountain. But yes, that's something that I was worried about. In case of emergency, because people think about all these things. I mean, life is a race, but sometimes you want to take what? Rational and reasonable risks. Right? When they say life is a race, don't go invest in LSSC. Then you say that race you're taking down is a total different thing. But
shots fired. Okay.
But Francis, you're absolutely right. Bro, I've said this, and I think Raymond agree with me. Let me not preempt Raymond position here, right? But look, in our country, I think there should be, one thing I know, you cannot legislate morality. Morality is something like, you are born with it, or you inherit it from your parent. But there is no legislation for morality. I would say this, as long as we have lawmakers, once they become lawmakers, the next thing they think about to send a children in Canada, America for schooling in Ghana. Labrador school system will not be better.
Yeah.
Not important.
It will never be better because I'm telling you, people in high places, in high position, if the system is not conducive for them to send their children, their beloved children. Let me say this. Former Guinean President Sékou Touré researched this. Sékou Touré did not in any way send his children to private school or take them out of the country. He said the system that he is president under, the educational system will be good for my married that said in better ball for his son or daughter. That's leadership. That's leadership. If you love your children so much, you should create a condition that they themselves should be subjected to, like every other child in that soil or on that soil. So at the end of the day, as long you can check all the lawmakers, their children, their grandchildren, they're not going to your school in abroad. Are they going to school in Ghana or America or Canada? So you think they'll care about the basic how to afford those lefty tuition in Canada and America, that money they're worrying about, how they can come out that money every month, they're investing in your school system. That these are some of the problems we have in our country. Every government official that work in our country, it should be mandatory that children should go to school in our country.
I said it, but is it
But even some of them, they are given, they daily get there. Even this government official, that some of them that we know, if they get there today, if they are minister directors, deputy minister, deputy directors, even they are given the government school, what they call government school, where the government they know they are part of, their children will never go to government school. They better send them to American school a year, or late private school, then that they will pay $2,000, $3,000. At the end of the day, we the poor people now going to government school. Where you go sit down in class, you not even found one chair. Sometimes like Kennedy right here. Kennedy. The last time when I went there, Kevin was sitting down on bricks.
wow.
On break. Kennedy Hotel, Kennedy High School. Seriously. So while they are given in different countries, or what they are given or requiring qualified education in private school.
Thank you, Raymond. So maybe why you're talking about something? Let me play this. I know we talked about it last week.
Let me just chip in my opinion on this talking point, if I may.
Mhm.
So you see, everything bogs down with the people. The people got the power to elect their lawmakers, their president, and everything. Then when we see the pattern of voting in our country, people vote for money. We saw the past election. People who were sanctioned for corruption went into counties with their stolen money, and they got voted. So all the thing we're talking, until the people get serious, it's not going to work. Because this is democracy. All power is inherent in the people. The people decide who their lawmakers are, who the president's going to be, and the rest. But this is my point. If we must transform, we got to work from the head and the people. And the truth of the matter is, we can put everything on the people in government. Go trust a Liberian taxi driver. Tell him you don't know the cost for the fare to a place. When he realizes you don't know, he's going to overcharge you. Go to a market woman. Make her know you don't even understand what's going on. She's going to overcharge you. Corruption is a part of us. And until we stop being corrupt, we can correct corruption. It's going to be an effort that all of us got to work towards together. You can't be criticizing somebody for one thing when you're guilty of it yourself. One corruption in us, we do not work. We're lazy. I will tell you a story of a lady who in Florida in Zwedru. The lady said she worked with the NGO before. And at this time, I think the guy laid off or something. She was left with $150. A lady used to sell roasted fish that she knew, and everybody would go buy her roasted fish. But the people would walk down the shop to buy soft drink. So she asked the woman, if I buy or cool down and buy soft drink, can I sell by you? The lady said yes. She started doing it and started sustaining her family. The lady had to travel. She took over the roasted fish. Now she owns Florida. She's owned guest house. She owns an entertainment. And she owns trucks on the road supplying people with merchandise in that part of the country. She had transformed her life. How? With $150. And she got serious. That's how people can transform their life in our country when they get serious. But everybody blaming everybody else but themselves. Nobody take responsibility for their own self. A man wants you to help him with money to send his wife to hospital. He wants you to feed his daughter. He wants you to pay his daughter's school fee. What do he do with his two hands and the hours God gave him? He waiting for somebody to feed him. I mean, as much as we can criticize our lawmakers, but if our people get serious, then they will decide who can represent them. So for me, the change should start with the people, because we've been crying and crying for ever so long.
That's true.
But the culture is such that the people make the lawmakers corrupt, because the lawmakers have to be corrupt to sustain the people, to sustain them in their position. And so the lawmakers do nothing. No money go to JFK because they need the money. But just for your information, I saw from Pay Africa an article that says that the 2025 austerity measure for the budget kept all agency head to $150, 100 gallon per month. Deputies, it's just information. I'm not justifying anything. 125 and assistants 100 gallon. That's for me. That's still a lot of fuel.
Yeah.
That's too
Especially
much.
if those deputies and people, if they're in Maserado, where are they going that they needing many,
No, but
yeah.
sometimes too, we do not know the operations of these people. Everybody that head of agencies for the country is not Maserati. And some of the people make rural visits. Like when I work in government, man, weekends usually used to be out in the field, in counties. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Sometimes
well, those
some people really work hard, to be honest with you. There are some people in government that really work hard. Their salary not even worth the work they do. But it's just unfortunate why some people sit and eat the money.
I agree with you, especially the gentleman that joined us that day from the
Yeah, he'll be coming on tomorrow to talk about the transport.
okay, from the transport authority. Ray, I think you'll like his story. I mean, how
Okay.
that guy was able to transform himself in that very Liberia.
Yeah, he
So look,
yeah.
there are a lot of times people do these things, Ray, right? I'm not, but you see, one thing I truly believe too, Ray, to whom much is given, much is required.
I agree.
If you are up there, people elect you to go up there. When you go there, you have to show example. Maybe, like I said, the power is inherent in the people, right? You know, but sometimes the people might not know better. And sometimes you are able to manipulate them to having them to vote for you. So when you get there, try to do good by them. That's just all I'm saying.
But Ture, let's be honest, right?
Ray, let me tell you on this. It takes one man or one woman to unite or change. All right? If you go there as a representative, yeah, people, look, like I said, people always vote for you. Yeah, if I go there, I'll do this. But if you go there, yeah, if I go there, I'll be your intellectual forum. Because a lot of times, these are just the thing that people want. Oh, I'll buy your Hatai shop. Oh, I'll do this. They're not talking about you fund my kindergarten school, right? They are not making this kind of demands, right? It's almost, oh, you sponsor our football team.
Yeah. It's always personal.
Something that have nothing to no reverberating impact.
No lasting impact. Yeah. No lasting impact.
Right. So I'm saying, Ray, if you get there
no
now,
transformative project.
Right, if you get there now, you can say, look, you guys may all the demand, but look, I'm going to invest in things that your children will benefit from, right? You make that decision. You got the money. You can do whatever. And if that decision will be made because you didn't give them their football money and stuff, if they will not vote for you based on that, guess what? As a righteous man, you can live without consequences. At least I'll live without consequences. Because I'm not going to capitulate to any demand that have no future impact on you whatsoever. I'm not going to do that.
But guys, I mean, it's easy for us to sit on the platform here and say these things. Robert Ture, I left Liberia in 2004. I didn't go back until my first time back was 2022. But people suffering in the country more than when Charles said when they're dropping bombs in Liberia. How bad the country was when I went back in 2022. So, I mean, we all want our people to have this.
But Francis, what is that? If we could just ask, why are people suffering right now when there's no gun shooting?
What? Poor leadership. Poor leadership.
But people can cross the border the next day to get a job in Liberia and they can feed their families.
But it comes down to leadership. Why? Because the government, it's like the government is not putting the people in position to be able to better themselves.
But how would people, Francis, I want to do the comparison. How would somebody leave Guinea the next day, they can make it? Somebody leave Nigeria the next day, they can make it. Somebody leave Ghana the next day, they can make it. But Liberians can make it.
But, okay, you know what?
People can leave Burkina Faso, they can the next day, they can make it.
Wait. those people coming from countries that they are, at least were able to make some form of living. So what they do is say, okay, let me see where can I go that my money will go longer, will last longer, or I can invest my money and grow up and flip my money. So
President, can we also say that our people are not putting in the effort also?
Our people are not getting innovative.
No, I will not put that on the
Fula Jalo can start with Hatai
Raymond,
and bread box.
Raymond, you have to have capital to do anything. You
But
don't
man, Francis, how many of our people don't go spend more than $50 a night on entertainment place?
Give me my time. Because we want to talk about this thing. How the food I make a leave from Guinea, the president, the Burkina Faso, they leave from Burkina Faso, the Nigerian, the Ghanaians. We're not talking about how the economy those people are coming from. Like you and I sit in America here. We are not rich in America, but the money that we make here, if I take my money and go sit out in Liberia, if I say no, I'm gonna set a date. I'm moving back to Liberia in 3 years. And I continue to work, and I'm purposefully saying I'm going to back to Liberia. I can save my money, and when I go back to Liberia, I will be better off than the people that are in Liberia right now. Or at that time when I get there, because what? I'm taking thousands of United States dollars there. Coming from a country that I was able to work, I was able to get a job and get paid on time. So how can you compare the people in Liberia that can barely get $200 a year to somebody who coming from Ghana that have a thriving economy in Nigeria? They may not be rich in Ghana, but the little money they want to make in the private sector in Ghana, they can come to Liberia and flip it in Liberia. But where the Liberians, the average Liberian getting money from to flip it in Liberia?
So,
Okay,
Amy, if you just give me a minute, let me just lay out how can Liberian make $200 a month in Liberia. A bag of coal, the least will sell for $7 currently on our market. If you're able to fell one good tree, and there are thousands of trees in the forest, you're able to make at least 30 to 50 bags of coal.
Ramon, where do you get the material from to go and fell the tree and turn it into coal to sell it?
For instance, all it takes is one ice and a cutlass and your labor. That's all it takes.
So
one ice
and just cut any tree.
For instance, everybody that lives in Liberia comes from rural parts. And every rural part, everybody own the forest together in the rural area. That's how. No, Francis, just give me the chance. Just give me the sense. No, I want to respond because I want to give you the roadmap.
Money is evolved. Nothing is just.
Francis, nobody living in Liberia that not spending money. Everybody that living, they eat on a daily basis and they surviving that money they're spending. Francis, so Francis, if we want to make our people lazy and make excuses for them, we can do all we want. And Liberia will not improve. If we're not going to, no country in the world, only the government improve those countries. No country in the world. So if we're going to think Liberia is going to be the exception, we're deceiving ourselves and the people.
I agree with you, but our people are not looking for government handouts. But the government is
our people got to be serious. I can tell you there are counties in Liberia, for instance, where the people go and buy pepper out of the county. Not one county. They got soy. They got green grass growing right behind their house. But they still going to buy pepper out of the county. There are counties that people come to Douala Market to come and buy pepper and take back, for instance. That's the unique situation with our country. I'll give you an example of a lady that got a business empire that started with $150 United States dollars. How many Liberians do not go to entertainment places? Remember, my brother, what the play your chill out?
Liberia has more than 5 million people. The few people that can go to Calabash, your state, Liberia.
For instance, every neighborhood in Liberia have an entertainment place. Every neighborhood.
Real. I think all of us here got a friend who have requested money from us, and
the whole send out to entertainment place.
The next week see at Calabash. Look, I'm not even gonna say this, right, Francis? I agree with you until to this point. You're absolutely right. I've seen Guineans, I've seen Ghanaian literally come in a place with nothing, Francis. Right? Someone will cut grass, someone will go in your yard, go on lawn, right? Someone will wash your clothes. right? Or so that they will shine your shoes. That's how they are able to gather their capital, right? Then the next thing you know, then I open someone and lay work, then I open someone and lay store or something like that. Look, at the end of the day, we all agree that our people are not innovative. There are a lot of times I've seen like, you know, like business, like just a little bit of thing, just a test or try or something.
Yeah, me too.
Right? And it lead to nothing.
Nothing.
Matter of fact, the person you send your business to, that person will go get another person to mind the business.
Oh no, get a girlfriend.
Guys,
The video you just show you. No, but first I understand what you're saying. And like everybody said.
It's not about the guys.
But let's be honest, you got the few people who are innovative in our country, they are just few. The rest of them just want to sit there and be calling. You can take $150 and you send it to them. They won't call you till when they're feeling acting like big girls on that.
Like blowing it up.
No, I agree with you guys that we
some
all have
of us,
these
me.
people. But
I don't use so much money in our country that I guess
people,
about so much money. It's not even funny. Just giving
out
it a
of
person
almost 6 million people, that's a minority we are talking about.
$2,000, blow it up. Till I came to the point I said, if I get $100, I will turn it to $1 million before I help anybody else again.
And another example.
To them, they will not do anything. They will come back with stories. You will fill out all the balance here. You send it while other people making money out of it.
God,
they will call you back and say, oh, they want to do, and you know they're not buying, and no so it's always some kind of because they know they're getting it.
Guys, we are talking about the minority, the minority. There are over 5 million people in Liberia. We are talking about the minority of people. We're not talking about the majority of the people in the country. Outside of Monrovia, you got people in interior. People that are growing, making that farm because of bad road conditions. They can't even bring it to market. People not everybody just sitting over there and lazy or bombs and stuff in like, bro. No, the government is not creating the environment for the people to thrive. The government is not creating the environment.
But the poverty rate in Monrovia can be seen in the rural areas, Francis. I just want to share with you the poverty rate in Monserrado is the highest in our country.
Raymond, the poverty rate in Liberia is not because the people are lazy. The people in Liberia are not poor because they are lazy.
No, but Francis,
you can have to be allowed to, right?
No, it's not true. It's not. It doesn't. It's not a lot that have to do with laziness. We are looking at few people that sit in Monserrado County that can go to the Jolly spot and stuff, and we talk about Liberia. Let's look at the people that are in the interior. Let's look at the people in counties that have 2 police people. Let's look at people that are in counties that have hospitals that with no bed in it. We are talking about over 5 million people in a country. The government is not creating a friendly environment for the people to be able to thrive. The people,
Francis,
if people not buy,
Francis, Honor Ellen Johnny Salif, how many universities and trade school that Ellen building all of these rural places he's talking about?
She did a lot. How many graduates we got from those institutions?
You know, so look, Francis, sometimes we need to take look, we need beyond government today and
we need to take the hard truth, yes.
And justifiably, right? We're beyond government officials. But at some point, we look at America. Do you know why make America great?
The private sector.
The private sector, right?
Innovation.
People with innovation, with innovative spirit, right? Individual coming down together, sitting down, right? Hanging here, go to Labro. Do boy hang here on any innovation? Like I'm talking about. Look, people are making. If you look at some of these videos there, or from some of these poorest African countries, where children are turning something into like building like a tomb barn, like big like.
We've seen some of these videos from Liberia.
How many?
We've seen some of these videos from Liberia too.
Like
so
what?
You talk about innovation in America. In America, the government create an environment where if you are creative, you can create your little thing. Somebody you have the
Francis.
Somebody will
America was not always like this. It took the sacrifice of the people, and we in our Yeah.
Definitely
So we are
not.
Where do
we are
people take the money from? How will you take the money today?
Francis, it's not all the huge capital. Francis, if you do a study, there are many Liberians in the US here who have sent businesses to their people back home that they could sustain.
Yeah,
People
but that's
sat
still a
home.
minority. All you on the
That's not a
platform.
minority,
It's
Francis. That's not a
minority.
Francis,
minority.
every
Francis,
Liberian in America, I can almost guarantee you,
Francis,
Francis,
Francis.
every
Francis, I
Liberian
will
in
give you,
America have a story like that, including
Francis, I
yourself,
will give
Francis.
you, no, not minority. If you take that number, the
Francis,
statistics of us, and another one
Francis,
person we have tried.
Francis, my brother, every Liberian in America have a story like that, including yourself.
Yes, but it's still the minority, brother.
What
No,
are
it's
you
not a
doing?
minority.
Look, bro, at some point
The
we have
number of
like
us here, and we have, if you check it, we have tried at least 3 persons each. So it's us times 3.
So you know what I mean, Francis? So like, look, I understand when you talk about building an enabling environment where people can even, like you talk about
It's
innovation.
true. We agree.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you right now, with the proliferation of LEC and electricity in our country, you will see things happening differently now, right? Because obviously powers lighting everything up, right? So we're gonna see those things. But for instance, let me tell you, man, we need to stop too much drinking in our country, right? And the orator did talk about something, and we also need to.
Oh, high taxes on liquor.
We also need to, because that's where the money goes.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
NEC,
So very high taxes on liquor.
Let me give an
Let
example.
our money go to subsidize JFK.
protest though.
Yeah, let them protest. We will have to help them to get serious in our country.
Let me give you an example. Right? As to how they're not creating an enabling environment for our people. But property in Marshall, I think I told Amy the story. The NEC port did not reach to our area.
Marshall,
What did I do? I had to pay $250 to get a light pole.
Yeah.
$175 for the meter. $150 for the wire to run it from the other pole to bring it to the other pole. So $250 plus $150, that $400, right? Plus the $175, what a $575. I had to pay all of that just for my cousin to get NEC over there. I was able to do that like this because I can afford it.
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk about people, right? We know light is life. So how do you expect somebody who want to send a co-water to be able to send a co-water when they can't even get quarry? And they got left in that era. How many people can spend $575 like me to get lepo right in that yard and put a quarry in there for them to do that business?
Yo, so Francis, the reality is that Liberia is a least developed country. Everybody will not have electricity at the same time. It will have to be progressive.
I agree.
Yeah, it will have to be progressive. And for you could afford it. That's why you put demand on LDC to have them. And the fact that you could pay for it, LDC gave you the service. Not everybody can afford it, Francis.
The problem with that is the government's supposed to make these things available so that the
Francis, our budget is unrealistic. It's unrealistic. Our budget cannot support that. That's why we need. Francis, that's unrealistic. Francis, that's why we need to grow our budget with revenue generation. And that's why we need to start allowing people to pay at JFK. Then we can be able to provide these quality services. We can be making demand on the country. Francis, it has to be a growth process. You have to start from 1 to 2.
Anywhere outside.
You're coming.
So it has to be a growth process. We have to start from 1 to 2 to 3 before we ascend to 10. Then we start heading to 20. And we start going to 50. We have to set milestones. Everything, Rome wasn't built overnight. It has to be a gradual process. We have LDC only in Central Morovia. It came to Cinco when the Oro nice in Marshall, right? That's a growth process. We can all agree that the process is slow. But in order for us to accelerate the process, then we need the citizens to start paying some taxes and some way we can generate money in the country. And that's why we need to encourage everybody to earn money. You can sit down 8 hours and say, what they playing Lulu, you say government get you job. The boys in that running pimping, providing services for people. Government ain't getting no jobs. They got people in Moravia going into swamps and making garden, they're selling. Government ain't getting no jobs, but I can tell you that many other swamps in Moravia that only vegetation growing, wild grass. Behind people homes, wild grass. And those people got 8 hours plus a day. They ain't doing nothing serious with it. This is the kind of thing, look, heaven help those who help themselves. We all poll, agree. We will never get rich by sitting at home and complain. What can we do for ourselves?
Yeah.
Now the roads are being made. People on it will pimping. People going to do. There's something small we can do. We agree. We'll bash the government, but we'll bash the government from now to the end of the year and continue. If the people don't get serious, our country will not improve. Because who in the government anyway? They are part of the people. They see mindset, they see conscience. When we're not serious, we go in the government. When I sent to the government, I was down there. I wasn't serious. I go to the government. I won't be serious. So this is the argument. Granted, all that you say is true, but let's encourage our people. The boys that come from Guinea that working in the construction industry, sometimes they got to do that labor. All blacks, all sand, all cement. Some of them they're not even having skill, but they come that day, they're like $350 at the end of the day. They will take it home. They're serious about it. I employ people on the railroad. Some people came on the railroad who are making $3.50 a day. We're saying some people in Liberia are making. Some people want to go Moravia for vacation, they don't come back until they get fired. After they finish getting their paycheck. That was it. That reality, I'm telling you.
So let me come here a little bit, right? For instance, in the comment section, no one is pointing out people need here. You know, sometimes these conversations it's hard to be,
to be had.
Yeah. So, but we still have to have them. That's the only way something will change. Maybe somebody you don't know the wrong you're doing till somebody tell you. No one is looking down on our people. We have all lost money, and I think you're in Australia, and I'm pretty sure you can send money to your people. We all lost, and not just your people, friends. And you try to help yourself, help me. It never went well. One example, we're talking about the working thing. A sister of mine, I'll call that. She was working with some insurance company or whatever. The same thing that Tatas was explaining here. Getting paid what? $200. Gotta dress good, gotta look good, you gotta pay your way, you gotta eat before the month ends. That money's gone. What did she decide to do? She said, this is not for me. Just for me to be working for the name, then at the end of the day, you got 10 family members coming to your house because you're working, right? But they don't know what is it that you're earning from that work. So what did she do? She went and got a cooler. She bought her biscuit leaves. She started selling Kool-Aid, tying Kool-Aid, taking it to people or something to freeze it, and then go and put it on her head in the morning. Guess what? Those girls in the place that she was working with, what they just sitting there, we all know, so people husband and stuff. Then they put penny in the bag and they buy him, they're passing around. They started making fun of her. They don't want to tell you to come be selling things on her head to go be selling. But guess what? Today she has her own store. And guess what? She's like knowing everybody. She's about to open a restaurant. These people that were laughing at her, they're going to her and asking her how to do it. So it's not that we're looking down on our people. Can you imagine young girls talking about they shy? Why are you shy to make your own money, but you're not shy to sleep with people's husbands, to go be sleeping with men to give it to you? That's something I would be shy about. They're sitting there making my own money. I don't get the mindset of our people is twisted. And we have to have these conversations. Yes, things are tough. Yes, we bash the government, but everybody has their own side to for us to bash as well. And the thing when I went to 2023, this lady was her daughter in America, but she was making farm gardening, like Raymond was saying. She would take those potato and go sell it. Her neighbor started making fun of her. She got her daughter here in America and she's selling potato grain. You see what we're talking about here? So
We have money over there.
it's not a minority thing. It's the mindset. It's like it's systematic. Some people that need the hand, don't get me wrong, to get started, they don't have it. But majority of our people, we have tried them and it never went well. That's what we're trying to say.
Majority of our people.
You know, I will agree with Roman too, because even some of us that are in Montreal, yeah, they are our parents eat up interior. You know that the bad rest expensive because they lazy. I went up interior some part of last year. When I went some part of last year for them, they farm sometimes for them to even make farm. They not even get strength to even make farm. More often they expect us that year to even look for money, at least to even send them or money, at least they can buy rest. You up interior for God's sake. I don't expect those people to even at least be 24 hourly buying rest like we are in the city. So sometimes you don't deny we are lazy. We are lazy. You always
Okay, but that,
no seriously.
But let me just share one little truth with you, all right? All the Chinese workers that come in Liberia to work, they can plant vegetations. All the Chinese workers, no Chinese worker working in Liberia in their garden in our country.
Because they eat from their garden, Ray.
Yeah, they eat from their garden.
Guys, we are missing this whole thing. It's for people that live in countries and not going to Liberia empty-handed. Why should they go and they are working in the dirt, they are working in the mud? But these people, they are not going there starving. Our people are starving in Liberia, malnourished. I keep saying we should stop speaking about thinking the minority is the majority. Most of our people are malnourished. Most of our people, like we say, okay, people are getting educated, were taught in Liberia, go to school, get good grades, get good job. Most of our people that sit, they go to universities, they graduate, they got no job. They got no job. The government should not be the highest employer in a country. But that's what happened in our country. They are not creating an enabling environment for the private sector to thrive, so that when people over here, my niece right now, she works at a daycare during the summer. She's 16. She might be 17. She works at a daycare during the summertime when school closed. So by the time she go back to school, she got her lunch money, spending money, wherever. You got McDonald's, fast food places everywhere. You got McDonald's in Ghana now. All the African countries, McDonald's running everywhere and stuff like that. But what's going to Liberia? What's going to Liberia? What private sector?
You're not being genuine with the conversation, because you're comparing these places who have already built and developed. And I'm pretty sure they started up in Liberia. They did not just jump up there. Like you've seen it now.
No, we keep talking about go do farm, go make farm. Everybody
in order to do that, you have to put your fair share in as well while the government does his. I mean, to do theirs.
When the government do the people do that fair share, that's the question.
Amy, look, Francis.
I guess this will be our only topic. We'll just go
back, right? Go back into everywhere I've been, right? Like I said, on record, I grew up in Guinea, right? Left Liberia out of very, I'm not going to tell you how well.
You come back.
But let me tell you, the young people in Guinea, the poor I saw, in the morning, if someone not burning tire to make basket out of the tire, those iron that can come from the tire, something like that, right? Mm-hmm. Or somebody looking for some kind of old slipper somewhere, trying to go sell it, or plastic bag or something like that. Anything that will give them money, right? I grew up in that place. I saw full of people live from like Bass Guinea, all that place, coming to where we were. Someone will come, bro. They will wash clothes. They will take that bucket, hold in their hand, from yard to yard, right? Looking for people with dirty laundry. they'll take the laundry to the creek, wash it, bring it back and hang it for you. Sometimes they'll press it and give it to you for money, right? This is the thing. I'm not telling, like, bro, we were not like that. Maybe it's something that is not, we are not inherently, that kind of people. Because we enjoy a country where everybody came to. Liberia was a country where everybody came there. People came from Ghana then to come do their Christmas shopping in Liberia. So we were now conditioned to that kind of high hustle and stuff like that. But I can almost guarantee you, those that are left out of Liberia during the war, went to other countries like Nigeria, and Ghana, and Ivory Coast, and Guinea, then their level of struggle, their level of hustle changed.
Yeah.
I know a lot of our sisters that left from America to go Liberia. Someone then started restaurant business. And all their restaurants are thriving in Liberia right now. Because they are very committed. When they say they open at 8 o'clock, they open at 8 o'clock. And they treat it just the way American business are treated, right? Where there's a special time that you're supposed to open and you're supposed to open at that time, right? So that level of commitment, bro, you can have that. But right now, what we are indulged with in Liberia is independent intellectual forums, right? Hatai area is something that is so new to Liberia. When last have you seen Liberians saying now, boy, Hatai? Meanwhile, that was something from Guinea, right? Even when people do it, so if you're feeling that hustle, they go put a Hatai pot and drink and just spend the night. And then the next day, they go to the mechanic shop and stuff like that. But Liberia will stay there from 7 o'clock in the morning up to midnight. We're drinking. You can't sustain yourself.
We need both taxes on Hatai too. Thank you, Ray.
Most of the guys, most of the places we talk about,
Morris. 1 second.
A lot of people can afford.
Come here, for instance, let Morris have some say. Welcome to Morris.
Yeah.
You've been watching us, but we're trying to
our
people and
Yeah, I joined the show a little bit late, but on my way driving home, I followed the show, and thanks for bringing me on, and just hi to everybody on the show. And I will make up my time, even if 1 minute for the show to end, I will join and say my own in a 1 minute, and call it a day. But just to join, because the tradition here is that when you join, you pick it from there.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
we're not going back.
We're not going back. We're not going back. Says by Mr. Toure.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we all seen the same thing, but the only little difference in my own perspective is that, and I think my own thing will agree with many of you here. That's look, I think all these things bow down to our own orientation in Liberia. Like Toure ended up on, we're not used to the kind of stuff. We're not used to the kind of stuff. Look, the government in any way cannot be the employer of the larger employer, so to speak. For the most part, Liberians, for the young people, we are very selective in terms of the kind of job that we want to do. When a man go to school, the only thing that in a man head is to go to work in the government. You see, a man graduate from college, he get a first degree, if he qualified to work in public, to work in government. Look, when we graduated from high school back in the days in Liberia, we did not just, as much as we used to go sit down in a Thai shop, are you getting me?
Yeah, no, I was talking to Raymond.
All right. Yeah. When we left high school with a couple of our friends, we started hustling. I used to go to Freeport. I got a couple of my friends that today, some of them in government, other places. I used to put my guys in together. I said, let's go hustle. We used to go to Freeport to go hustle on daily hire. When we go to hustle the whole day, we'll come sit down at the table, we'll lecture. When we leave from there, I started the embassy as the daily hire. I used to go. I didn't know nobody from the embassy. I just used to go stand outside. I make my own contact. I started the embassy as a daily hire. From there, I started with the security intercom. I worked there for a couple of years. I transitioned in the embassy. I'm only saying this to say that for us in Liberia, we don't like to start from somewhere. When a man come from high school, he feel that he not even qualified to work. He more qualified to work as a security. That's the perception right there. The man feel that when he got a degree, he should be do certain job he should do. He should not do certain job. You know, that's a mindset. Because look, you have to start from somewhere. We have to start from somewhere. Some of us will be on our table, go hustle, do our hustle from there. We come out, we sit on our table, we make some noise, we argue, we say some stuff. But the mindset think that because you come from in LU or you got degree, you cannot do security job. You can't do daily hire job. You can't do this. You prefer spending 8 hours on your table arguing, but you think you're not qualified, you're more qualified to do certain job. This is the perception. And we have a country where people bully people. Oh, man, I made a security job that man doing. Oh, that man doing daily hire job. That man doing it. So you see, this is the perception. And I think after the war, exactly. Even us that here, they bully people. Oh, you're doing cleaning job in America there, but they don't even have a job.
They're bullying you.
Exactly. You're doing that. You're cleaning job. You're doing America there, but the man sitting now, you not even get, sweeping job. You're talking about somebody doing cleaning job here. You know, I understand the government has its own part to play, but for the larger part, the citizens themselves have to upgrade themselves, have to rethink to say, look, we have to do this. We have to do this. You can't, you understand? I mean, the brother talk about Guinea. Guinea is a country where that Guinea, you will see somebody come from college, they may got degree, they may a college student. They may not even know much about his government. He not even care what happened in his government. But in Liberia, a 5th grade student know everything. He know all the politician name. He know all the government officials name. He know everything. That's Liberia right there for you. Seriously, somebody from Guinea has a degree. He's a college student. They may not even consider about what happened in his government. He not even care. They may do his own thing. But in Liberia, a 5th grade student know all the government officials name. He know everything about politics, everything, because the mindset, And Madam Salif would have helped to solve this problem a little bit. Why do I say that? Because in every country, especially a post-war country, that country depends more on vocational, on technical training than just the academic, training. Because Rwanda did it. After that war, what happened? They opened more vocational schools because they realized that for the country to be rebuilt, they need carpenter, they need mechanic, they need plumber, they need this, they need all these people to solve that problem. You are not focusing on college degree. No, they open more vocational school. So Madam Salif would have helped the Unity Party government would have helped to solve this problem, at least to make people to focus. Because look, I'll tell you something. I was in school, pay my own school fee, pay my own rent. You know what? Through tie and dark. If anybody know what tie and dark mean, we used to go do tie and dark. That is something that I learned. I was doing that, pay my rent, taking care of myself, and taking care of the other people that I can't, the other connoisseur thing that I got, taking care of them.
But
exactly. You have to.
Make it tall.
Exactly, make it tall. So that's it. And with all that, our friend is to be bullying up. We'll go do our security job. The man bullying up, but when you buy a tie, you want some. When you buy grumpy, you want some. But the man sitting there, you're not doing nothing. So this is our orientation. I don't know who's gonna break that curse. I don't know, but that's just the mindset for us.
But I beg you all, let me just give you people some information, right? During the DDR, the disarmament process in our country, the United Nations made available the vocational training. They made it mandatory that everybody who the gun was taken from, and they were giving them the $25 to go to school. Those boys were taking the money and not going to school. Those who were high school graduate were given college education opportunity. I was in the Polytechnic. They had some of them even in the Polytechnic with us. None of those guys took their education serious. Today, before I came to the country, I was doing construction in Liberia. And to be honest with you, I work with more Guinea Pella boys than I work with Liberians. Because if the Liberian man came, you advance him, he's not coming back. The Guinea Pet boy will stick with you until you complete that project.
Yep.
I'm being honest.
And I didn't want to build my mom's house.
They don't want building it.
Yeah.
We say we ain't get job, but the construction working like brother Guinea Pet boys doing it.
You go to
4 of them.
Liberia.
4 of them.
You tell somebody
Raymond.
I'm here for a month and I need this project done. They will come. The moment you give them that paid, and next they will tell you that our stomach was heavy. They had to take them to the hospital. And my sister was. You will even get to the site before people complain about it all the time.
You know,
I mean, we're not saying that because we hate our people, but they need to hear this to know that maybe they don't know.
Guys, I mean, I'm not saying I will not stay and say there are not lazy people in Liberia.
you know, Amy.
There are lazy people in Liberia. But what I would say, in any thriving society, like the brother said, we want to focus on vocational education. But they're not just focus on vocational education. Everybody went to vocational school, and then they sat down. No, the country, they created an environment where those carpenters, there were contracts all over the place, development going on, and things like that. Masonry, bricklayer, all those things.
So was Liberia.
What's the opportunity the government is creating in the country for vocational people to work?
Francis, this is a classic example. The Guinea Pet boys have come.
You have MVTC, right?
Yeah.
Listen to the whole thing. Let's say 90% of the opportunities in that country, where are they located or saturated?
No, Francis. Let me just share with you, right?
So what happened to Raymond? Wait, because you got to sell a lot. The people, there are lazy people everywhere. Like there are lazy people who want to sit down, but go to River Sets.
We know that.
You got people that want, if Carl can get there, how you bring up your farm? If you make the farm, who you selling it to?
Francis, the point we're making here is that the reason why the Rwanda example is that just to tell you that our people need to open up. We don't have. Liberia is a poor country. We can't be selective into the kind of job that we should do. That's the whole point about it. I'll tell you something, right? In Nigeria, there was a time in Nigeria. I listened to in 10 seconds, Amy. I listened to the documentary on BBC. This guy in Nigeria, the guy has a master's degree. The guy could not find a job that he wanted. You know what he did? The pressure was so much on him from his family. He applied for a security job with a company. When he got a job, he did not present himself as a master's degree holder. When he got a security job, he worked there. I think he was making like $75. This was on BBC. It was a documentary on BBC. After a year, there was an opening from reception. He applied a little double salary. They may work for few times. After that, there was an opening in that very company as some supervisor manager. The guy applied is when he presented himself as a master's degree holder. There was no aim for the man got the job. The lesson learned here is that we have to start somewhere at a starting point in time. That's the whole thing about it.
You see the security job was available for him to apply for it.
Security jobs are available in Liberia. Construction jobs are available.
The point here is that we have to start from somewhere.
Gardening jobs are available. Gardening jobs are available.
Francis, how many times, even in this administration, where people are saying they should prioritize Liberians, right?
Anyway,
where people are saying they should prioritize job for Liberians, right? But ain't that many Liberian qualifiers, according to some of these agency heads, that they don't find qualified Liberians to actually operate some of these machineries they got, right? And that right there, you cannot in any way blame some of our brothers and sisters for that, right? Those skills should be made available to them
So let me just share with you now. That's why I wanted to say.
Let me lay on this way.
OMIL has skills training in all the counties with their military. OMIL, there was a program with OMIL.
Ray, let me lay on this, right? But for instance, this is my thing, right? This is my thing. Especially in a country, and we in a country, Francis, we are doing some kind of low thing on the side as a supplementary income somewhere, somehow.
Your friends
right?
know he tried to put me on.
You know what I'm saying, right? And that could be of any kind of hustle, bro. That is different from a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? That right there, you're not talking about even a degree you got, bro. You just wanted to get down there to get.
You guys, nothing
you know,
watching us.
So we have to really get to that point. I'll go back to this though. I'm gonna learn on this. I personally believe that Liberians in general, unlike other African countries, Liberians in general, we are too damn comfortable. Even in our misery, even in our poverty, we found some certain level of comfort. I'm telling you.
Drink liquor.
We found a certain level of comfort, bro. I mean, look, when I was in Guinea, when the Ivorian War started, right? Liberians that are coming from Ivory Coast, brother, when they entered the part of Guinea, I was. Right. The life expectancy in terms of like good life increased in that place, bro. Because Western Union money was coming like crazy.
Of course, yeah.
They will chatter the whole nightclub, chatter the bar, man.
You see,
everybody drinking free liquor. I mean, look, that's what we enjoy. And you go like, bro, you go to the bars, right? You go to the bar. Even the orator talk about this. Where in the world where you go and have church service 8 o'clock in the morning, 9, 12 midday? People are worshiping, people are doing all of these things, bro. At that time of the day, what are we doing? That's what Paul Kagame, the man Mario, are talking about. Do you know at some point he had to close down so many churches, almost 1,000 churches including religious centers, including mosques and stuff like that. That all of these all of these imams and pastors and stuff like that have to go to college and learn about the religion before they get before they get open. You know what I mean? So these are some of the things that we need to do. Every corner you go to, Amy, in Liberia, where I was.
West Point, look at more than 75 churches, West Point. Just West Point.
Come on, man.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe 50 entertainment centers.
Entertainment centers.
That's coming. He's kind of struggling there. Go ahead. That's what you got something to say? The only guy that joining us from Liberia making that sacrifice. We appreciate you.
Tatas, you got something to say? Tatas, the mic is yours.
Tatas got love, but you're not making it right now.
No, I think Tatas sleeping.
You know, when I used to work at the embassy, when I bring vacancy to my friend, then when you apply, nobody used to say, "Oh, man, that your job there." They put already finish get up. I said, "But how you think I got there?" I'm there. I used to bring, staff announcement, vacancy. I will bring it. I said, "Gentlemen, you apply." My man, that people already get up. People, and that play how to get. I said, "But how you think I got there?"
You see the mindset? You see?
I mean, see how you think I got there? All year on that time, we used to be I go there, I get a job there. How you think I got there?
It's a good point here. One time
you're not even know. Yeah.
We were on Spoon the other time, and we were talking about the same thing. And Terrell Cindy has a farm in Grangy there, big old farm. He hired 10 or whatever people there. Cindy had to come in town, there to go find a workers there. He paying $150, I think, a month.
Yeah.
And nobody in there that wants to do that job. They don't want to go to work. So some of these when we stay in there, sometimes the job is there, but they don't want to do it. Now we're not saying that's the best thing, or if you got a degree or whatever here and there, but no, that's something you're doing. That's $150 you're getting every month, and you can take that $150 when saving that $50 or $25 of it after a couple of months or a year, you can do a little business. People do it all the time. But
so, Amy,
it just, I don't know.
Let me give you a classical example. I hired 3 persons from out of my village, the same farming. In fact, a group of people who should have done my work delayed so much, I had to hire 3 persons from out of my village. I asked them how long it would take them to do the work. They said a month. You know how much they charged me? $1,000. I got to lodge them in the village. I got to feed them. And I'm going to pay $1,000. So if those 3 persons share the $1,000, they're making more than $300 a month. But of course, it's hard work. It's laboral work. So I can't take it from them. Today, people don't want to work hard. They don't want to sacrifice. Your own people think when they work for you and you pay them, they're enriching you. And so they rather not do it.
They rather say that you pay someone else.
But Emil,
Yeah.
Emil, how about this? You see some people in a political movement and they can't even speak the good English, say. But they all want to have space to talk, right? At the end of the day, they're where people feel now that this is where they can actually get their low daily bread now. So in terms of working, anybody who get there says some kind of military looking kind of boot, that person is said to be a militant. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, I'm telling you, anybody. No, we need. Amy, see, that's why I love this show, right? This show is taking like today. Now we really getting into some sensitive conversation that
we need to have those conversations. Yeah,
right,
it's sensitive. People don't want to hear it, but they need to hear it.
If we're going to change the government, we're going to change the country, we have to get into some of the social fabrics, right? Yeah. We have to deconstruct some of these things. That's a social service that
we're going to deconstruct.
If we come here always bad muffin government, it be like a very kind of old up beating ticket to kind of talking points. So sometimes we need to really go outside of that and try to really hit some of the core issues that people don't really need to have, right? We need to beat ourselves. And I've said this. Liberians, even in America here, bro, we are very complacent. Easy to get satisfied with what is it that we have, right? And in other communities, it's not like that. They want more. They want to get 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 more. Yeah. All I'm saying, and I'm so and they heard that Francis pronunciation like it's easy how to leave. But look, we can always say this. We are not saying our people are lazy. We are not saying everybody in Liberia lazy.
No,
I have a young man in Liberia, right? Let me tell you this. This young man, right? I don't want to call his name, but this young man just went ahead calling himself CEO in a community. Just put that name where he says CEO. But you know what? Sometimes but look, Ray, do you know that boy got a warehouse now?
He was speaking in his life.
He was speaking in his life. They're picking now. Picking is operating with Lebanese and Fulanese. They made their own warehouse hosting thousands of bags of rice.
He's a CEO now.
So they made man. Sometimes you can speak into existence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what the begin did. Now the begin got own private car. He got a warehouse. He buy from you, sell and buy. You know what I mean? That's the only operation.
That's hustle.
He built trust, and people feeling with goods, and he gave them that return.
That's the key word to raise trust.
Oh yeah, man.
That's what we like in Liberia. Trust.
Even the days of we have a lot of footballers.
That's coming small before you
when my big brother was in the state, I think 2008, he was in the state. So he decided to build a house up in Tira, which in our village. So he called one of his brothers and said, "Oh, I want for you to be in front of this whole project there." He said, "Okay, no problem." The first one they gave to him, he said, "Go and renovate my house." He went, he did it. He not even end. The last money they sent for him to go and complete the job. You know what he did? he called him. He said how Zogo and John on him in red light the whole morning. In fact, seriously. So the second man, like they get the contract and say, but then send the other man is not trustful. You build a house. The house about 5 bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, and all yama stuff. Now he started the project good, but when setting down rich, the money coming, but the work is not going. The money coming, but the work is not going. So it was one time. Yes.
The work.
Yeah. So it was one time to the man decide to come maybe to come check on the whole project. When he came, he said, "But all the money I've been sending, where are the work that you're doing?" You know, it was very serious and funny. So sometimes too, we are ourselves too like here, like what I stated from the earlier stage. We have our own problem. Some of us we are not trustful. Yes, people may say we are not majority, but minority. I think majority of some people.
Majority. You got some good people. They are not many.
Yeah.
Even
for someone that this time for someone to even look at you and up there to say, "Oh well, let me trust them or let me trust status. Let me trust him." It will be very hard because the people can say that Bible is there. The people can say that he say when snake break you, when you see laser, you reject.
Yeah.
So these are some of the things. These are some of the things that we are really suffering. We are really suffering. We are here. We need to put ourselves together. But sometimes when we say, "Hey, our brothers are here," they may not agree to. They may not agree with it. But we need to look into it too, because I can't be working for my money. I go do my lay hard work. Then 24 hours, I sitting down. Then I go to you, do something. At least if I can.
You know what's standing?
No, you know.
Some people don't even sleep in their houses over time because they gotta take care of their bills here and then take care of the project they got there.
So when one end that the person send their money, then at the end of the day, why he or she told you to do, you didn't do it. To you, the person will get confident in you under no condition. Under no condition. Yeah, invest in private sector. Yes, we can do it, but we will still ask for support. Oh, my brother, please support me. I give you support. Want to do that. If I don't see improvement, I will continue with it.
No.
I will not continue with it until I see the improvement. So I'll leave it there.
You know, yeah, if I can just come in. You know, while we are saying that we're not saying that Liberians in general are just lazy, but the problem is that we have this. Liberians are very smart, very talented, but we have, but we behave like we are not multifunctional people. We can only do one thing. That's the problem with us. Even during the days of our footballers, we had a lot of footballers. When our Liberian footballers go outside, they go try. When they not make it, they come right back. We even used to make it like a joke. Oh, when Nigerian people go out there, they go try. When they not make it, they will find different thing to do. But for us, they will come. They will come right like brother. They be walking on Broad Street, Kerry Street. Now 1 or 2 days for that morale. After that, they become beggar in their own country. We so cities, right? So that's why we say, and the worst of all, politics now make it worse. Because even the burial attire centers, from Monday to Friday, the only thing they can discuss that are politics. The only people they can invite are politicians. They don't invite other professional people that will come and talk to them, and, you know, and open their mind and broaden your mind. They only invite politicians. Exactly. Even our radio stations, I can tell you that he opened 10 radio stations in the morning. All of them will be discussing politics. They don't invite professionals. They only invite politicians. Look, I can tell you that. Take it for a bet. All the big platform in Liberia from Monday to Friday that politics they can discuss. Politics is a major topic of discussion. They don't discuss any other thing. They discuss politics. Only politicians.
Huh? I said, look at Spoon TV.
Exactly. From Monday to Friday, politics. I mean, how can you run a country like that? How can you have a country like that?
You brother there.
Everybody mind is politics. Like I said, in Liberia, you see a fifth grade student or a 10-year-old child know all the politician name. You know
All
everything
the
about
senator
politics.
representative.
All the senator represented. In what other countries? No, it's not like that. So you see, that's why we feel that as a citizens, we don't have a communal responsibility to our own country. That's our mindset. We feel that everything should be done by government. I tell you something. Other countries like Ethiopia, I'll give you a typical example of Ethiopia. If you're living on the broad street, the people that live on the broad street, that community, what they will do, they will put money together. They will set their own committee. They put money together. They build that road. If they have to connect road, electricity and water, they will do it.
What?
Other countries do that. But us, no.
In Liberia, even the
We don't see it that
politicians that
way.
they go to that.
We don't see it
Today-
that way. We
No,
feel,
like,
we
no, like,
feel,
but
we,
people can run away with so money. They can run.
Even the
we
politicians,
feel,
even the
we feel
politicians
we
that
don't,
we
no,
support
the
today,
problem is
none
that
of them.
we feel we don't have a communal responsibility to our country. The typical Liberian man feel that he not own your country.
They're
He's not
trash.
supposed to do.
They trash on the street that pass me from that
It-
taking
it-
trash from when they come in at home. Sitting on
These
their
are
food, they
discu-
eat it.
these
They
are
won't come
discuss
in to clean
these
that
are
trash.
discussions that, like Touré said, these are discussions that sometimes we're supposed to really be having instead of just the regular
I'm
politics.
totally agree.
What
So,
minister
so,
is doing, what the other minister
so,
doing, what the other minister doing. Those things can't help a country. It will not. It will not change the mindset of our people. We have to
Yeah.
have the kind of conversation at times. You know.
so let me give you a classic example. You know, past some slum communities in Liberia suffer real issue with flooding. And that's because when it rains, the drainages are supposed to let the water go to the lowland that got old catchment reservoir like swamps were blocked. The people will create their garbage, the
Mhm.
things they eat in their home.
And
So
stock
take
it.
it to the dump site, they would rather just go and throw it in the drainage,
Right.
including the concrete drainage by the roadsides
Mhm.
that we put those mental grill on top. People would take it and go stuff their garbage in it. Look, man, what kind of people do that? When you do that, the place get flooded, your house get flooded.
Exactly.
But because they do not want to take that extra energy and extra time and go deposit the trash to the trash bin. And we knew that Mary Bro and others were cleaning garbage from the street. They only had designated places. But someone to take that thing and go that few steps to place the garbage to the garbage designated places, they rather just come and stuff it right in the drainage. Public Works was paying money for people to take those things. Every time they take it out, somebody go and put it there.
Right.
Yeah, they don't
And when
want
the
to pay
rain
taxes.
falls, those places get flooded. That's the Liberian mindset. We have to change this if we have to change our country. We have to change it. We have to talk about it. And those in our habit, one time there was a young boy and his girlfriend standing on the road eating chicken, they drop it on the ground. So I stopped. I said, hey man, the country that all the responsibility. Man. I said, oh, say you know all, you the Mr. Clean, can't take it with your hands now.
Yeah. You see that?
Can't take. Why would you eat sugarcane and throw the trash on the road, pavement? What kind of mind? Who does that? The Ghana that we're talking about, the Ghanaian man would never take trash and throw it in his street. They owe it to their country. Why Liberians doing that? And we say we civilized, we're in the capital city. The rural parts that I work in Liberia, people don't throw trash there in the streets. And I think Monrovia is the most impoverished community in our country. I stand to be corrected though.
Well, I think I was gonna agree with you a little bit because when I went there 2023, I told you I said I was so like I was out of it.
Why you want to
Mentally.
go? Why you want to go vote?
No, I just want to visit. That was my first time going after 25 years or whatever. And when I got there, I was so out of it mentally, everything, because that's not what I left there, what I was used to, right? Just with water, I left there, it wasn't that dirty and stink and nasty like that. But whenever I went outside of Monrovia, like on the highway, like Tower Hill, whatever the places and that, it was kind of, fresh,
The better. Yeah.
fresh air, like something. The city was supposed to be the so-called civilized people. It was like the big flea market. It's trash everywhere. Everybody's selling everywhere, and it's congested. Noise everywhere. Oh my god! Lone Star Mini, Orange Mini. Lone Star Mini used to be on my window everywhere. That was the kind that woke me up. Everything. One time I opened my eyes, said, "You see no one to say, oh no, they be said sorrow." I said, "Everybody waking me up like I was doing it with fun and joking with him, but I mean, this city is so like." And this is it, like women say, and then when you tell them these things, America thing, this is not America, like Liberia, yo. What does that mean? Liberia can be better.
But Emil,
happening from Liberia. So yeah, you have to tell them these things.
But those things are pre-recorded. Buy a Lone Star Mini, Orange Mini. They're pre-recorded, Emil.
Yeah, they'll be playing it.
I used to want to say because one of the first company when President we are king the power, like one of the first company like in the country.
I'm not trying to knock that hustle or anything, but why you gotta do it on my own? No, we know like soon only one.
Everybody's selling it.
Online schooling. I was in school when I was there. I had my now be up doing my schoolwork. So during the day, in the morning at the time, I'm still trying to get the first. Oh my God, Lone Star, not just the Lone Star Mini. Every market had to recording something. They whip people everywhere playing. I'm like, is this a new thing in the?
It goes like this.
I like it, but
Lone Star Mini, Orange Mini, Lone Star Data, Orange Data, recharge
your phone. Yes.
And then look. This is Lone Star Mini, Orange Mini, Lone Star Data, Orange Data, recharge your phone. You hear me here?
Yeah.
You hear me here? You make me verbal, man.
I can hear you more than 10
I'm begging you. I don't know company. Nobody can take it from all right now. Don't try. You got to take that company forever. Until that president, you're not going for the second day.
Yeah, like we say, you gotta start from somewhere. Yeah, that is starting from somewhere as well. We just, kind of making a little fun because it's noisy.
My only problem with Amy, I wanted to have a start time and an end time, right?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Because look, let me tell you,
you're not getting there.
Children study under that circumstances because I think Amy going so long till 10 p.m. at night.
11 o'clock.
You know what I'm saying?
Even 11.
They just pre-recorded like. Somebody don't finish that, another person won't picking up. It's like Orange Data, you lose that data, Orange Mini, lose that Mini, recharge your phone. You hear me here? Then
I beg you any money.
Yeah, we love our country. We want to see responsible country as well. We want to see responsible government. We want to see responsible citizens. Everybody play your part. That's all we're saying. Nobody bashing anybody.
When that news, when Joe Bugger took power in 2024, when that news are coming on, he said, "Oh, they coming ban every million. Even if you want to sell it, you load it down. Even entertainment center." They say, Joe Bugger, he ready. Now. I think if I want he go there for, I think a different thing he want now. So like all knows it will not end. Because when you will not agree to it.
What's going on? People want to jump to politics now. What's going on here in the comment section talking about?
Yeah, that's true though. CDC evasion notice was served today. But look, I truly believe
we'll discuss that tomorrow.
Yeah,
we'll discuss that tomorrow. Let's devolve politics today. Let's just talk some social issues.
There's a need to have a city ordinance. All right, there's a need to have a city ordinance. Let me tell you this. There are certain things that government will just have to see and just say, you know what, I can't win the other battle. Let me just forget about the other one.
Yeah,
right. You will see these things, and then you also have to look at some things. You say, you know what. if I don't do something about this, this has a propensity to have a lasting impact on not just this generation, but generation to come, right? So you look at these things. So government have to pick a battle, right? You look at risk assessment, right? You know, you look at all of these things, then you try to approach them as they come. But there are so many things in Liberia that need to be fixed. A lot of things in Liberia need to be fixed. But one of the things that I'm really liking about this government and this administration is their you know, relentless approach to making things better. You can see that things are not really where they really wanted to be, but we can all agree that they are now where things used to be. There is this level of settledness coming in the country, right? People are becoming confident in the government. And we saw that through this Independence Day celebration. Liberians are now excited about their country. And Liberia, with all of our imperfection, right? We can all talk about all of these things, how they dirty water here, really market a day like that. But brother, the moment you land on that shore, matter of fact, they plane, as soon as they plane lower, like literally about to land, right? You start to feel that you start to feel, right? Like, is this, I don't know what is spiritual or
sense
just,
of belonging.
There's something divine. And you just enjoy it. It don't matter what a Liberia is whatever it is. I don't think there's anything that brings comfort to any of our hearts more than landing in our country and just being involved in everything else that have to do with everything else that we just talk about.
Yeah, that's home. It's the sense of, you know, belonging. I think that's what it is.
What's going on over there?
Yeah, so
somebody trying to call me.
I only done that one time, but yes, I felt that. And you know, I'm the kind of person who my kids, and I have my son, especially my son, my youngest, I know people call him mama's boy, like me and myself, we were like this, right?
Of course.
So that was my first time going to Liberia after 20 some years. So
yeah.
I left my son.
After
I grew up here, everything, and I left my son. I was kind of feeling some type of way. I said, well, Mom, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it there. I wanted to take them, but somebody came outside and took it. So when I got there, to realize when I was in my whatever element, I forgot I had a son. And he forgot he had a mommy, so I was cool, right? So everything was you know, they feel are mutual. So that was a good thing. You know, I wasn't calling, I'd be like, where are you? And stuff like that, right?
Right.
So you get to do one for me, it was hard. I was like, okay, I enjoyed myself too. You know, it was just calm. And I used to have more fun when I get out of Monrovia and go to, you know, like Tower Hill there. And I go to the river view, you know. My boss, I gotta come on now. They need you connecting with my Niji there, you know. It was just so calming, and I'm putting my feet in the water to where I'm picking kiss meat. I picked my own kiss meat and I ate it. Can you imagine that?
Yeah,
and I was in the street with my kiss meat basket, like, and people look at me like, I did not.
Moving to an old stomping ground.
You know, I did not. I had that American vibe, like, did not care, right? I was having fun, and people looking at me like, yeah, she is new. But the only place everybody knew I was new when I got in the keke. Every time I keke slow down, I scream. Every time I yell. Because I just couldn't do the bike. But I tried it. I tried the keke. And but still, it was fun. It was just, you know, coming back, I was kind of, oh my God, I'm leaving. You know, so I don't know what it is, like you said, but that's the thing that we want to go back to. That's why we don't want to stay. That's why we want to see that we want to, you know, we want it to be better for everybody.
Absolutely.
You know, healthcare wise, security and electricity and stable internet.
Right, water. You know, running water.
Yeah, when I went out, I was still doing school. I kind of transferred my classes that time online because of that trip. and I had to do it. So all of those things are important. That's why we sit here all the time and try to talk about it.
Absolutely.
It's home. It's fun, and no place like home.
You know, you know, to read, like, look, Liberia got good laws. Even the city ordinance thing you talk about, Liberia have very good city ordinance laws. Do you know that is a law in Liberia? Do you know that every year you're supposed to paint your house, especially in the city? Every year is a law.
But we are not implementing it.
Every year you're supposed to paint your law. Do you know that the law says, well, even when you wash your clothes, you're not supposed to hang your clothes in the front view. You're supposed to hang it at the back. That is the law in the book. You're not supposed to throw dirt on the ground. These are all laws. You're not supposed to stand and pee in the area that you're not supposed to stand and pee.
In public, you can't pee in public. That's our law.
These are
everybody does it.
They're ready to implement it because some people pee.
I think overpopulation too might have caused some of these things, right?
We're not populated, man. What kind of population? We're not populated. Just the population in the country. You think Moravia? What kind of population? Look, it just, but again, all the thing bow down to politics. Look, everybody, all the politicians, when they come to power, they're looking at the political dividend. Nobody care to say, you know what, I'm here to enforce the law as a leader, as a government, as a head of a government. I came to enforce the law. I came to make it better. Everybody looking at the political dividend because we are being consumed by politics. Everybody looking at, oh, they will not vote for you again. Oh, if I do this, they will not vote for me. Oh, if I do this, that's the whole country. That's the whole thing. But it just needs somebody that will come to say, you know what, I really don't care. I will the law, and let me make the law. And let me make the law. I made the law. The fact I made the law, I will enforce the law. And that's why even our lawmakers, why they even keep making laws. All you do now, but now, if I should recommend to the lawmakers, all you do but now, force the executive to enforce the law that the current law that you got, they're not even enforcing it. They keep adding more law to it. I mean,
but the lawmakers
keep adding more law to it.
They are the lawmakers.
So that the laws are there. No, but listen. They cannot be lawbreakers if those that are supposed to enforce the law are enforcing the law. There will be no lawbreakers. The reason why you got lawbreakers because those who are enforcing the law are not enforcing the laws. So you got lawbreakers. Other than that, you wouldn't have lawbreakers. So they will only need to have the government. That's why you see when Madam Sally took over, everybody on their toes, thinking that Madam Sally, the iron lady, were going to enforce. At that moment, everybody on their toes. She started, but certain time she lay back.
Yeah,
she lay back.
She couldn't because children are corrupt.
She lay back. So we just need to have people in power that will enforce the law. That will say, you know what, I really don't care. As far as I'm doing the right thing, I don't care. Don't vote for me or you vote for me.
But that's the thing, though.
That's all we need.
People will be thinking that, they may not vote for me. But I don't think that's true. Because
that's not even true.
The right thing, there's a lot of people there who want the right thing to be done.
Exactly.
Even there are breaking the laws, but a lot of people that wants it to be done. That people talk about Mayor Brewer all the time. When they started, and they never like it, right, man? But at times,
she became celebrant. She became celebrant.
Yeah. So you just have to start and be consistent with it. As long as you have a vision that what you're doing is right and it's going to end up right, just keep doing that and it will be something.
I agree.
But look, at the end of the day, we can talk about all of these things, Morris, right? Let me tell you. And you and I had a conversation before, actually. We had a conversation before. When people left the country, when the Civil War came and stuff, that people left Liberia, they went into other countries. Right, not like older like mom and dad, uncle then that already experienced the Liberia experience, prior to the Civil War and stuff like that. How things were, city ordinary, all of that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But the children that were born outside into exile, whatever condition, whatever lifestyle, whatever a positive, negative. Lifestyle that people adopted through their refugee lives and all of that stuff, right? When the war ceased, those people came with all of those experiences. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
keep on all of those experiences. Children that did not see better, they did not know better.
Right.
People that live doing those days, they will now go outside with their shirt looking rampant on them. No way.
Mm.
Even with poverty, they always maintain that neatness. That has to do with something in the past, though. So when I talk about Liberia, I mean Monrovia, especially Monrovia, is overly crowded.
It is.
When a population is that size, I don't care whatever measure you put in place, it will be hard. Number one, we don't have enforcement power in the country. The police themselves looking malnourished.
They're fighting the police
Right?
24/7. How
The police themselves, they are not looking healthy. They look malnourished. There's something designing their uniform. Sometimes you see black uniform and look like maroon or purple. You know, so there are so many things. So people cannot be subjected to those kind of conditions. Then you expect them to be efficient in their line of work, right?
Yeah.
They are grossly underpaid. So there are so many things. And policemen, like I think Liberian police are the most disrespected police officer I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my God. So
You know,
true.
because
Yeah,
Guinea don't even, man, you try policemen in that play them, my man. When they finish with you will
It'll beat you black and blue, eh?
Huh?
I said it'll beat you black and blue, eh?
Oh, I mean,
you get
they will
trying Guinea.
be a villain that remember you.
Even Sierra Leone. Even Sierra Leone.
Your villain that recognize you.
Even Sierra Leone, you don't try. But sometimes too, they themselves too, they have their own problem. And secondly,
Yeah,
you
tell me,
see,
just put your closing in there so we can just, I mean,
People not getting paid, man. People not getting paid, bro. People not getting paid.
yeah, like what I'm saying.
You know?
How will you someone that let me just say that someone that guarding you, taking care of you, doing everything for you.
Your safety,
Then
yeah.
at the end of the day, before the month end, you take out $100, you give it to them. You take out $90, you give it to them. Even that $90 they getting, for them to get it, sometimes it will take 2 to 3 months. They get it. What you expect them to do? You sending them to go do corrupt. They will corrupt. And at the end of the day, those people are living for God's sake. They're not supposed to be buying uniform on their own. Government responsible to get them uniform. And I want some of them, if government don't get them uniform, what they get doing their graduation done, they'll be using it.
So we're closing now. We're closing now, right?
Yeah. Let's close and say the rest for tomorrow.
So who next? Can I go?
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
You go at 1 minute. Do your closing. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, look, this is something that might not sound good in anybody in a lot of people here, but that is the fact. Just the fact. Look, security job is not a money making job. A security job, honestly, security job is not a money making job. So sometimes when I even hear people on social media, oh, lawmaker making this amount, police officer making this amount, oh, teacher making this amount, they are just starting job. It comes with super commitment. It just everywhere. It comes with super commitment. It's come with high professionalism. And police job is just one. Teaching job is just one. Those jobs, it come with high professionalism. It's not a money-making area. So that's why when we have a police, we have a sizable police that we can manage, a security force that can manage and take care of them and train them well. We'll not even be talking about it. Because look, on a serious note, even if you decide to pay the police $500 or $1,000, honestly, somebody might say it's not enough because looking at the job that they're offering. Paying teacher $1,000, somebody will say that is not even enough because they're imparting knowledge. They are the imparting knowledge to the people, this and that. Somebody might say that. So they are just starting job. It's not a money making area. That's just it. Even the army, the only thing some that benefit, the only problem is that the only sad part about it, most of the jobs, there's no benefit. There's no retirement benefit. That's the only problem some will have. But I say in terms of is a high money making area, no. Because trust me, even if The lawmaker making 10, 15,000, they still corrupt. They are highly corrupt. With all the money making, they highly corrupt. They're very, very corrupt. Huh?
I said, okay, thank you. Yo, 1 minute up.
That you the one saving the time.
Yeah, I'm the co-moderator. Tatos, go ahead.
Come on, Mandy.
All right. Despite we say the security work, they are not able to make money. But at least you find them something that at least at the end of the month, the late thing they're supposed to get, you give it to them. But sometimes they take three to 4 months. Then after 5 months, 6 months, you get them 1 month. Would that be fair? So how you expect that security officer to go feed their family? And you now man every blessed day man coming to work. Every blessed day man coming to work. So at least if the $50 is supposed to get at the end of the month, get them the $50, let them go and feed their family instead of them go be doing corrupt at the end of the day for that one uniform. They not even you ain't giving them uniform. You ain't buying shoe, you ain't giving them boost.
The minutes their own uniform.
But yeah, some of them they can buy their own uniform.
They tailor for the uniform.
Those that want be clean now. Those that want be clean that yes, when they appear somewhere and say, oh yes, this is the real officer. This is the real officer. But now go read it. When you see someone and say you will see police man and not police officer. Through the morning you will see them with rotten in their head. So you don't expect those people to be doing all those things.
Yeah, we need to
thank you very much.
They have been treated wrong.
So Liberia, we have a long way to go. And the first thing to do is to have the right frame of mind. It's going to take every Liberian to work tirelessly, intentionally, and earnestly to transform our country. We all can say what we want to say, feel how we want to feel, but until we all put our hands to improving our country is going to remain the same. We can criticize our politicians, and we should, rightly so, we should criticize them because they haven't done so much. But we, the people, got to do the right things, and that will include knowing who to elect. Not because people can bring rice and bring small money, and then we elect them, then they go steal the big money. And we ourselves have to bugger up. We have to change the way we've been doing things. So the transformation that we so desire, crying about $200 to do C-section at JFK. Look, if we have to improve that country, we have to see skyscrapers in Liberia. We have to see improved roads, hospitals, decent schools. Liberians have to pay the cost for the development.
Absolutely.
It's not going to fall from the sky. We got to do it. And it's going to mean we got to bear the costs. That means Liberia let us work hard. Liberia is all we have. It's called Mama Liberia. A lot of Africans today proud of us. When I listen to podcasts, many other Africans talking positively about us. Let's prove ourselves to be positive. Thank you for the opportunity. And guys, thanks for sharing the platform tonight with you all. Thank you.
Duray, are you frozen?
Let's sleep here.
Wow, why you keep turning your camera now off? Well, before Duray comes back, let me play this drum footage of Singer. Then we can something from here.
I see Mama Liberia there, right?
Yeah, look at that ocean view.
Yeah, beautiful. Liberia, land of liberty is ours.
What is the sound to it? I guess it just wow. We need to do something about those gin rounds.
To take it from there.
We need to buy those lands and develop them.
Yeah, it's silly. You got good. You see the view, how beautiful it look, and then around is all zinc. I know people that own those land. If I were there, I'll be making money by now because people are willing to pay hefty for those, property right now. And you go get a land somewhere in and get a build a decent structure instead of having the ones that you have now, those right in the areas that I don't know. Well, people know we have problem. Everybody want to live in the city, so that's if it's not a government mandate or somewhere that the government needs to do something, you can't do anything about it. It stays there. Ray, you want to do your closing so we can go home?
Yeah, absolutely. So look, thank you for hosting the show, Amy, and to the panelists. Thank you guys, man. I always learn from y'all. But look, this is the thing. I know Morris, I wish Morris would turn the camera on. Look, I totally agree that certain job in a country is pure based on love and patriotism and way of service and stuff like that. I get it. But we have to qualify by saying people deserve a living wage.
Thank you.
The teachers and the police officers, they got family too. They got children that they have to buy uniform, copybooks, food, and stuff like that. You can't be paying your man $150 and that $50 can't even come on time.
School fee is $400.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, and I get it, like teachers, teaching, fire service, man, these are jobs that people just go there for just pure service, right? They have to, you still have to, because they are fathers. They are, they showed a lot of responsibilities, and with the economic situation and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure police officers are not making $150 normal days, and even though there's a huge difference between pay now and $100 probably worth, back in the day.
That was $1 million back then.
Something like $500.
Oh, it's 1,000 plus.
Right, you know what I'm saying? I get that, but holy shit, the officers that I see in the streets in Morovia, man.
What my beep? Yeah,
these guys. These guys look like people that really deserve help. They really deserve uniform. They deserve counseling.
They can give me that uniform contract.
They deserve counseling.
I'll make that police look good.
And every time I'm in Liberia, when they stop me, I always giving them money. And I give them money and I add it to it. This is not to corrupt you or try to buy favor from you. Yeah, I'm giving you this because I really believe you need it. And then they will start laughing. You know what I mean? Because look, they're still doing their job. They are these, especially to Barnabas Junction. They wanted the Barnabas Junction, man. Those guys, a hell of a work the men do at that junction there. And there where I used to be on my way to go to how do you call it? Damn, I can't even remember my place. But yeah, people ready to help. They're going to Johnsonville way. But yeah, people ready to help, and let's try to give them living wage. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, that's important. I wanted to say that too. It's not like they're getting rich. Some of these people have like 3, 4, 5 children, right? And if you pay in at 100, like Teresa said, school fees is like 300, 400, 500. How are they even? Then they gotta pay their way to go come, right? And then it's not coming on time, like Tata said. Where are they getting the money from for school fees? And then when they're asking drivers to get and fall out here and there, I understand it from that point, when those things are happening, and it shouldn't be, because this is where they're losing that respect from.
Right.
Like, can they help it? No, they have people waiting at home. So we need to have that instead of having like 150 gallon of gas slip for $3,000 or so, or why you getting paid $10,000 or $8,000 or $12,000, however much, It's just pure wickedness. Yeah, and you get everything free. They're paying your cook they're in your house. People in your house, they're paying them. Why should the government pay for your personal cook, your personal employees in your house? It's not in your office. I mean, who came up with these things? Who came up with these benefits and salary stuff there? That's pure evil. I mean, witchcraft. I know everybody can think witchcraft is sitting on the broom and flying around, but no. If I was saying you're not paying attention, you a witchcraft. You pay attention you that witchcraft behavior, right? So some of those things that pure witchcraft behavior, how can you having all of those things, and these are the people that are protecting you when you made your constituent mad when they want to whip you, the people that can be there putting their body in a way. Right. And then you looking at 100, they can't even get it on time or 150 or whatever, and you taking all of that. Early CSAT, you can't even pay.
But you pay.
File theft to that one of offices. You to your house, and you think everything must be free when you work in government, and you think you're the only citizen who's supposed to enjoy the country resources. That is wrong, and that is totally wrong and evil and everything. So with that, yeah, tonight's show was a little bit away from politics, which we try to do here. I seen a video about some land dispute. And I hope I can get in touch with those people to bring them on, because the story that I heard, if it's true, then the government needs to really pay attention to those things and start a crackdown on that, because
especially Johnsonville. One other guy is going, I don't know, Blama Rat. That guy is
Rat.
that guy.
The name alone can tell you good. Yeah, Blama Rat, right?
Yeah. That guy giving people, he very, very giving them hard time.
I haven't heard anybody named Rat, but anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, Amy, like
we need to talk about those things.
On a whole way now, right? If you don't want people to be corrupt, then do not create a condition where they will have to be.
It will have to be.
I'll just end it to that.
Corruption from that level, I understand it a whole lot. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'm a human.
It's not a good thing, and none of us want to be corrupt. But to be quite honest,
that's why we won't discuss politics today. But your plea there, I don't know how to call him. Yeah, as we let him empty
We'll talk about that land invasion. Notice I'll send to them today.
We'll talk about the NTS, something the guy Toga will be here tomorrow.
Let Vasco come on the show tomorrow.
Oh, Vasco doesn't need to come. All right. Well, with that, we say thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Hassan. Thank you, Rufus. Thank you, Princess. Thank you. Let's shout out people who go home.
Maurice Gassama.
Yeah. Thank you, Wilson. Thank you. Ma
Lean
Lakbo comment today.
Lean, he did. He commented on
Thomas Kume and Alfred and who else? Yeah, thank you guys for coming on and being here with us. And for you who we cannot see, like I always say, we still appreciate you. Share the show, continue to share the show, subscribe to our YouTube people. And follow us. It's free, y'all. It's free. Please.
All right, guys. Ray, good night.
And this is how we keep this up for you to keep commenting and subscribe and sharing for us to keep coming here and doing it. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
All right, guys, man. Hope to join you guys another time.
I'm closing. Yeah. I interrupting something. All right, y'all. See y'all night, guys. When it's tomorrow.